Hello and welcome. We are back once again after a long break, going to Gen Con and all that stuff. But this is the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan on the Greyhawk channel. And to start off, something that I have never done before is I'd like to first start off with thanking our sponsors who are so amazing. So this is our season finale, just so you know. We are missing 2 players. They had other things that came up with work, so now it's down to 3 players, and I'll be taking over their characters for the last session. For the sponsors, I'd like to thank all of our patrons, and Twitch subscribers. You are all who make this happen. You allow it to happen. I'd like to do a big shout out to Brie, who is the new head of Greyhawk channel. And Tis Aliens is also up there and making sure all this runs smoothly. So thank you so much. You guys have been amazing, or you girls have been amazing to help us all run this as amateur DM online DMs and players. Roll20, we are supported by Roll20. All the stuff we're playing is right on Roll20. It's an amazing platform, especially once you get used to it. It can be quite fast. I'm still getting used to it, but I think I got a handle finally in the last session. And Heroic Battle Maps is our official map sponsor, and we'll be using some of their maps today. Let's see, I would also like to do... We have Tabletop Loot. If you go to tabletoploot.com and enter Greyhawk with a capital G, capital H, in the coupon code box, you will get 15% off your dice order. And finally, our Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers can get coupon codes to ruinc.com, the mistress of maps, and Cancer Candles in the private section of our Discord. Our Discord is now open, but those are the private sections that are only open to the Patreon supporters. Now, let's get to our players who are waiting so patiently to introduce themselves and their characters. Let's start with Ella, or Lariti. All right. And let's go down to Calvi, or also known as Spoon. Aw. And let's move on over to Brittany, who is also known as Star. Well, that's good to know. Players are muted. Well, that's good. Give me a second. Let me fix that. Well, we can do this all over again. Give me one moment. All right. Thanks for somebody pointing that out to us. I'm not seeing the chat for some reason. Guess I have to refresh the chat. All right. Here we go. And how do I fix that? Gonna be probably in Discord. Player mix. Why are you not working? Let's see here. Player mix. Properties. Ah, that's why. Let's try. Player mix should be. All right. Go ahead and speak, one of you. No, I don't think that worked either. I changed something. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and get this fixed real quick here. What is the input going on? The voice and video, speakers. Hope I can't hear you guys now. Okay, so I'm perplexed. All right, let's see. I'm able to hear you here, so maybe it's headset. Okay, now try to speak. How are you guys speaking? Oh goodness. No, I can't hear you at all now. Okay, that's so fun. Well, We thought we had it all figured out, but apparently, of course, we're gonna. What's Greyhawk channel without a few little technical hiccups? I'm gonna go ahead and get some music running. I hope you guys can hear that music. That music up. Play some music now for you all while I figure this the mix out for the group. Let's see here. Mix, 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 mix. Why are you not working? Everybody went silent. I'm speaking to myself right now. Everybody is so incredible. Did my Discord jump out? I think my Discord died. That might be why. That would explain why I can't hear anybody. My Discord went out. All right, give me one moment. I have to jump back in the Discord. I guess I accidentally exited out or something.
Hey, welcome back.
Yes,
Hi.
okay. So that's why you couldn't hear me. All right.
Yeah, that's.
It's like you left chat. Okay. Can anybody hear us in the chat now, at least? Please say yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me? I'm singing in the wind. All right. Let's see here. Let's try it one more time. I'm going to try it. I'm not sure why it's not doing it. Okay. No, that won't be right. That's input.
I'm hanging up. Sam's.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm not used to wearing headsets. I usually have a speaker on. Okay.
Oh,
I think that's what's going on here. So
apparently you can hear me.
here we go. I think now you guys are going to be working. Go ahead and speak. Oh, they could hear you. Put it back in. Okay. Go ahead and speak now. I can't hear you now. Okay. I can hear you, but nobody else can hear you, I don't think. It's showing nothing. Yeti, yeti. Okay, try to speak. Not working. Let's try speakers. Yeti. Go ahead again. One of these will be right. Go ahead and speak again. Yes.
Guten Abend. Oh,
I've
okay.
got you. All right, Becca, let's do this again. We're going to go around one more time now that we have everything working, right? Becca, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, yes, I'm Rebecca or Luriti. I'm playing Ella Quiltip, a gnome wizard that works as a PhD student and librarian at the Greyhawk University.
And Calvi.
I am playing Spoon, the Zombie Slayer, Kobold Ranger. I went to the university for research purposes and befriended Ella, and that's why I'm here.
And Brittany.
My name's Brittany. My character's name is Star of Solstice. He is a Tamoachan monk of the Cobalt Soul, and he is the muscle, the hired muscle.
And there are two other players that are not with us today. That would be Mario, also known as Lights Camera. Lights Cameraman, I believe it is, on Twitter. And he is Magron Clayhammer, who I'll be playing today, a dwarven cleric who is also hired help to keep this group safe so they can get their job done, and he's just happy to get paid and keep people safe. And then we have Finwin. Finwin, who's played by Falcon of Light, also had to drop out because of work commitments. And she is playing, I'll be playing her as well. Finwin Harris is a warlock tiefling. And she was also a student at the university. Her mother is the one who actually found the map and found the way to get to this tomb, this hidden shrine of Tamoachan. And so they've all joined forces, were given an assignment to come here, and are now here. And in the inside of the hidden shrine. So, let's talk about what happened previously on the hidden shrine of Tamoachan, which happened almost 2 months ago, I think. So
Not quite, but
My God.
it's like a month ago. No.
so in the last episode, the group had all gotten together. They've fallen into this hidden shrine, have evaded things, killed some things. I think the last time they killed a gibbering mouth, which was very off the books. And then they have found their way through a tunnel after climbing down the thing where the gibbering mouth was, and killed a spider that was attacking them, which actually Spoon was the hero of the day, just coming up and just taking that spider out. And Magron has found himself speaking to a Nereid, kind of like a water nymph, in this new room. It's just half filled with water, and streaming to the right, they can see that there is what looks like to be a passage to the right going somewhere else. And so, Magron had begun talking to the Nereid, who asked him to come close. He didn't trust this Nereid. He had heard some things about Nereids and knows not to trust them. They are dangerous. But he was very persuasive in saying that he needs help from this Nereid to know if Finwin's mother had shown up here before, or someone who looked like Finwin, and to answer Ella's questions. So we're going to begin with that. Ella, what questions do you have for this Nereid? This Nereid, she has silvery long hair. She's wearing a chiffon, a gown that looks like the froth of waves. It's completely translucent. You can see right through it. There's nothing hiding here. And she's definitely flaunting it to try to, show her charms, I suppose, as you're talking and have you, I guess, distracted. Go ahead,
So
Ella.
I can see like everything.
You can see from her belly up.
Hi.
As she,
Okay. So we are from the university. I don't know if you know what that is. Ooh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, we are here to find out everything we can about artifacts and about how that culture used magic. No. Is that like boring to you? What is like?
does he have some questions, or may I? And she turns back to Magron. Continue speaking to you.
Hey, lady. Look, you can flirt with that guy all day, okay? But we as women, we have more than just like flirting going on. So maybe let's get our brain juices up for just a second,
Okay.
and let's talk about like knowledge, okay? What is the most interesting magical technology item that this place has?
And she just
Impress us.
She just
And-
points to the left, and she goes, "All you seek is down this corridor." And she smiles back at
Oh, that's
Magron.
easy.
Am I there?
Now she spoke. Who speaks in Omen? By the way,
I think that was me.
so Zosa only speaks in Omen, but I believe one of you has some kind of thing that translates. If I recall.
Yes,
I mean,
Yes, I
have-
do have Omen.
I have comprehend languages.
Okay, so you would be able to understand her.
I wasn't there last time, but I assumed that I would have like.
Then
Hey,
nobody
that
else is
looks like-
understanding this except Ella and
I do.
Star.
I do.
Ella and Star are the only ones who can understand it because she only speaks Omen. So to everybody else, it sounds like she's speaking some alien language. You have no idea. You've heard it before, of course, from the natives, but you're not sure.
Star.
Would
can
it
you
be
translate
possible-
what I say?
What did you want, Star?
Would it be possible for me to insight check the Nereid if
course.
she's telling us the truth? Okay. Insight.
I'm gonna double check something really quick.
Get
Get
not too great.
Siren. Ah, there we go. Okay. Well, as you are trying to figure out what she seems to be honest. She seems bored, really. I think she was expecting a lot more from this group. Um, Hoping, I guess, for more male figures in the group, but there's only a stout dwarf. Yes, Star.
And a cat.
Oh, and a cat. Yes, excuse me. And a cat and a spoon. But
I identify as dragon. Thank you.
Ella leans over to Star and goes, "What's her deal? Why is she so unfriendly? I mean, she seems pretty open, if you know what I mean. But she's..."
if you'd like to roll in, what it would be, I think it would be a nature check to see if you would know what a Nerid is. Magron says, actually, Magron already did this check earlier from the last session. He goes, "It's a Nerid. They like males." And they don't have much use for females because, well, they have persuasion over males, but I am not like the other males, and I will not fall for her charms. We're on a mission.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna try something, it's okay. I can.
She asked me to
look
kiss
away for
her,
a minute. Oh, okay.
but if I kiss her, she'll probably drag me under.
Nah, just try it. I mean, maybe we
Oh
get
no! What a
stuff.
shame!
Is she already? Did she not already tell you what she wants? What she wanted, I mean.
What she really, really wants?
Look, I just thought, I don't know, maybe it would like lighten your mood a little bit, but it's okay. I don't mind just going to the good stuff now, right?
I don't trust her.
Well, neither do I, but that is neither here nor there. We should just move on.
No, she's right there. She's not here. She's right there.
Let me try one more thing to impress her. And I go into, where is it? Right, it's in my shoe. No, it's not. It's, wait. Okay, and I get
taking my
out.
thumb off. I'm amazing.
Spoon.
What? I'm trying to magic
No,
tricks.
I want to show her my chicken. And
Okay.
I get out my mechanical chicken that I built, like my first tinkerer construct that I built, and I place it on the ground and I say, "Hey, lady, look, males, right? They have their whatever, but look at that." And I turn the chicken on and it goes and it just dances on the floor like, and picks on the floor. Have you ever seen something like that? I mean, it could be a male chicken.
Is it doing the chicken dance?
And I did it myself when I was like 3 or something.
The water raises up beside her in the shape of a chicken. She winds the water and it begins walking on the water, a water-shaped chicken.
Well, it's not the same. I'll get it back in my backpack. Okay.
Oh, I'm amazing! Magic!
And she looks over at Star and she goes, "How about you?"
How about me?
Well, and 1 second here, I'm gonna double check something real quick.
I don't think she was impressed with my magic trick, guys.
No, she completely ignored that magic trick.
I don't think anyone was impressed with your magic trick.
Yeah, but she also doesn't like engineering. I mean, what woman doesn't like engineering? It just completely baffles me.
So
I know, right? All of the women that I know like engineering.
Exactly.
Every kobold loves
Exactly.
engineering.
So she just laughs in this kind of like in this silvery laugh, and she starts swimming back into the pool. She goes, "Don't the kitty like to swim?" Would you like a secret as well?
No, I do not like the swim. I do not like the water. No.
I do not
Usually
like a
cats really hate water. Look, I mean, if you want, I can give you a book or something. I mean, it really, it wouldn't hurt to just, like, widen your horizon a little bit. So,
My horizons?
yeah.
And
You want me to find a book for you?
and she goes, I had many books in the past. But I'm bored. And she jumps back into the water.
Oh.
Okay, bye.
I think it would be wise to leave that one alone.
Okay. Whoa, magic.
So what would you all like to do now?
I was impressed by your chicken.
Thank you.
Robo chicken.
Made it out of scraps. If I get some more, I can make you your own chicken if you want.
I do not think I am disposed to such skill, but it was impressive.
So you see that there is a pathway to your right. And that's the only pathway you can see besides the room being filled with water.
Wait, but didn't she sign to the left?
Her left, yes.
Ah. Okay, right. Okay.
To the
Okay.
east.
Would you like to continue on left? And I'm guessing Magran would go in the lead then to lead the way.
Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing the map, by the way. I'm
You're
seeing
not-
the map on the
Oh, you guys still can't see the
Twitch,
map?
No, I don't know if you have us on a different map or.
Well, that's really strange. Okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can fix that here.
It wasn't relevant during the conversation, so that's why I didn't bring it up.
Can you see the map?
No.
No?
No.
I don't know what I did. Okay, there we go. Let's try something else. And I think this is just a problem we had last time as well.
Yeah.
Because we have fog of war and I don't know how to take it off. Oh, here we go. Reveal areas. Let's see. Reset fog. Hide areas. Can you see anything now?
Negative.
Well, you should be able to see a bunch of stuff now, especially like this big golden box.
Oh.
But for some reason, I guess you can't see it, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm hoping in the next map you will be able to see because I made a new map. So,
Okay.
as you go to the right, you enter a room. And let me go ahead and get to my bookmark. You enter a room. And this room, this tunnel, it shows what seems to be getting darker and more dank as you continue forward.
Dank.
Yes, it's dank. It's
Like
so
my
dank.
memes.
Wow. Yeah, it gets so dank. And I'm not sure why I can't see anything. Okay. I can't get any of your tokens either. Fun.
I had to look dank up.
So you guys continue on, and as you continue on here, you find that I think I do know what's wrong. I think there's something. What's going on right now is there is a. There we go. Can you see now?
No.
No, sorry.
Of course not. All right. So yeah, you go into the next room, and as you open this door, well, there's a door in front of you. Do you want to open this door? What you see on this door, it shows what looks to be almost like the demon's face, the bat demon that you saw earlier at the very beginning. And you see that there's uh, what looks like to be people on the very bottom of the doorway, and they look humans actually, and they are being whipped, and you can see fire
Also on the bottom.
on the bottom. It's like engraved into the door, and paint in like kind of a painted motif.
And the bed face, it's the door handle, or it's just in the door?
The door handles are these big handles, and you can see it over the door. Actually, if you could read Oman, you would read that it says Miklan, which means land of the dead.
Oh.
Oh dear.
I look to Star. Oh, that is a beautiful language, you know. And
So
it says
that means yes, that's not good. That means land of the dead.
yep.
Oh, I have a feeling we are in for.
Yeah, it's gonna be so worth it. Okay, let me just. Okay. Like I put my hand on Macron's shoulder, like stay back for a second, and I step one step ahead of him, and then I cast Mage Hand, and I try to open the door.
The door opens without a struggle or without it opens smoothly.
You're welcome.
And you open into a large room. I'm gonna just, the map's not really important now, so I'm just gonna keep it as it is. But yes, you open to a large room. Now, as you open to this room, you look like you're in a living diorama. Now, things are not moving, but you see, almost like before. Before in the previous room, you saw a small diorama on the walls, right? But these were like kind of mini dioramas. This is like full-on diorama, as in the room is a diorama. The room is decorated with a bizarre diorama depicting the land of the dead. You can see small, brightly painted clay statues that have been placed about the room to represent the inhabitants of this realm and the unfortunate people they have taken into their care.
Do not touch anything. Do not lick anything. Do not do anything.
You're not the boss of me.
You know what the problem is? If you wanna, like, in research, if you wanna verify or falsify something, you have to run more tests. So unless he licks more stuff, you don't know if the same result will happen.
Science.
Yeah, but I mean, we can hold off like for a few minutes. We can try other methods maybe before we go back to licking.
Well, in the
Warn me before you do this. Just give me warning. That's all I ask.
in the
You got it.
Let me go ahead and jump you over to a new map.
I have one skill.
Get out of this alive. You are going to have talk with me.
I would like you to bring your characters into the center of this map. Can you see the map this time?
No, it's.
Uh,
I know that it changed, but it's still black.
You know what? I have no idea if anybody in the chat knows how to take care of Fog of War and why it it's not showing up.
Cedric earlier wrote, asked if our tokens are set to have sight.
That could be something. Give me one moment. Ha ha ha. Maybe I did it do something that I should have done earlier. Let's see here. Control name. How do you do it? I have no idea how to do that. In player journals can be edited and controlled by. I guess it would be in settings, wouldn't it? Would be. Let's see. Tokens. Enable tokens. Enable chat avatar. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's so weird for me. I've never had this issue before playing. I looked at it before we started. I couldn't find anything either. So unfortunately, enable chat ground beep, use pop-up, use advanced cheat clip. Enable this.
I mean, it must be something in the the DM part, right? Where you.
Yeah, somewhere, but I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing because it just stopped last time. Remember, right in the middle of the game, and just suddenly you couldn't see anything. But yep, okay. So you guys can't see any of this, I guess, which is so weird to me. Turn. Oh, there we go. Enable fog of war. It's not even on. That's so weird. So maybe if I. Can you see now?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Now can you see? That's so weird. All right, well, we're going to keep playing anyways because we only have 3 hours today, and I want to make sure we get to the very end.
The end
But-
of the mind. Woo!
But for some reason, I cannot get it to work for these guys to be able to see this stuff. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm hoping when we switch over to the new map that it will work. It's just not working on this map.
well, I'm on a different map. It's still just all black.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's so weird. Hey, Taco, how you doing? Yeah, you know, Saverick, if you could do that, I would be so happy because we haven't been able to use the map for like the last 2 games, even though I set them all up, because I don't know, it just suddenly went black for them. So, anyways, you enter this room, and in this room, you see a hill. This in the center of the room, you see the floor rises to form a small hill. A group of small figures seem to be struggling to roll a boulder up the hill, while a devil drives them on. And above the hill, in the ceiling, is a glowing spot that illuminates the entire chamber with an eerie silver light. A cobblestone path leads from the western western door to the foot of the hill. A similar path runs eastward and then veers north. Sections of the diorama around the perimeter of the room depict different environments in the land of the dead. In the western end of the room is a region of burning sands. There devils torture those who have been unfortunate enough to fall into their hands. Along the southern side is a grassy plain where people frolic and hunt antelope and deer. North of the grassy plain and south of the hill, the floor opens into a model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down into it while flames lick the walls. And in the east side of the hill, in a side area of the room, is a counterpart of this fiery canyon, an icy waste. To the north of the hill is a putrid, bubbling marsh where figures strive to keep their heads above the surface, reaching up. You can't hear anything, of course, because they're just clay statues, but it looks pretty gruesome. And from out of the marsh, a black, torpid river winds its way past the northern edge of the hill and flows west to pour over the lip of a steam-filled chasm in the northwest corner of the room. Within this dark chasm, worms pursue the fleeing forms of naked people. And in the southern corner of the room, on the eastern wall, is in the northern corner of the room, on the eastern wall, is a barred door.
Barred.
Barred, a barred door,
Okay.
yes. Not a bard, but a barred door.
Like,
All right, so what would you all like to do?
Would I know anything about this mythological
I think most of you would
tale of
know. I think most of you would have heard of Hell or Hades or whatever, and this looks very similar to what you would imagine would be probably the land of the dead.
Does the different landscapes resemble? I mean, does Ella know about the layers of Hades or something? Or I'm not sure. Or
You can roll a religion check if you want.
I also do that, and I can use my mystical erudition using a key point to get advantage.
Of course.
I'm just gonna stand here and be disappointed that I can't like anything.
Okay. 16.
16, okay. And what did you get, Star? Okay, so you get advantage on your history or religion check. Go ahead. I'm going to actually have our cleric roll as well, since he is a cleric after all. Let's see, where can I roll that here? Right there, religion. Okay, wow. All right, so you have a 17, a 16, and a natural 20 from the cleric. So you would all know that this would definitely be the depiction of what you would have imagined as hell. You've never heard of, well, you've heard of it. You've seen like maybe pictorials or priests shouting out. This seems like a very well made depiction of hell. Of course, it's frozen, and you can see it all around you along the cobblestone path. You do see that there's a light in the ceiling as well that comes from the wall of. There seems to be like some kind of light in the ceiling that is glowing down, but it seems to be coming from somewhere else. And you can definitely tell, those of you that can do magic, that each section of this diorama in this room seems to have some kind of a magical aspect. All right. So that's what you know. You know that this seems to be what a depiction of hell would be. You're not sure what layer of hell. Well, it's pretty much, I don't even know the layers of hell, but this would be where the sinners go, and where the sinners that have betrayed or betrayed their kind, or done something of the most grievous kind of sin, and they are at the whim and the will and the humor of the demons.
Devils.
Devils, demons.
Big difference.
Not in my book.
Demons are from the abyss.
Go
How
ahead.
high up is the ceiling?
How high up is the ceiling? The ceiling, it seems to be, where was it? I believe you could see 20 feet up. 20 feet.
I kind of want to know if it's all the same kind of magic, like in the other diorama. So we have 10 minutes, right, guys? I count that as a yes, and I sit down and I prepare my ritual again for detect magic, putting all the different like it looks like I'm doing like a math riddle or something.
Star does not take his eyes off of the kobold. Just watching intently, making sure he doesn't do anything.
You checking me out? Winky face. All right. Well, while Ella's doing that, I'm gonna use my primeval awareness. It's a lot of reading, but the main part is if there's any undead within
Okay.
a certain distance. I think like 5 miles. I can
You,
sense whether any
within
of my
five,
favorite enemies are present within 5 miles of me.
you definitely feel some undead presence, yes.
Which their numbers and the creature's general direction and distance.
You see one undead that is northwest of you, almost in going back. So you feel a large undead creature northwest of you.
Northwest, okay.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys see the map now?
A bit, yeah. I could see a little bit in that area.
That's what you're supposed to see. Woohoo! Let me go ahead and see if I can get these. There you go. Can you see your characters?
Yes.
Woohoo! Yay! Thank you, Saverick.
No, I see one small little gray area.
Yes, that's all you're supposed to see. So this is the hill you see. And yes, that's the hill you see. And on top of the hill is that boulder that's trying to go up. And you see that there's a what? Actually, here again, I'm gonna move you all here 1 second to this area here. This is where you guys are. There's a red path, is what the cobblestone path is.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. You can see it. One path goes up to the hill, and one path goes to a door in the northern part.
Okay.
Now, as you're doing your detect magic, I'm going to say 10 minutes have passed as you guys are all waiting very patiently, and you can see that there's definitely some kind of magic there. It looks to be what kind of magic would it be? I believe it's abjuration. So something that I'm guessing necrotic and as well as abjuration, a kind of weird mix.
Interesting. And that would be the same as in the
All
other
over.
room with the door. And when I look up to where the light comes from, I don't know if I can sense the light source. If the light source is also magical.
The light source.
You said it's...
So the light source, you would think it was a light source, but it's in the ceiling. It's an orb, but it's just what do you call it? Yeah, it's an orb of what seems to be like never-ending light. And what would you like to do with this information?
So...
Would you like me to just describe the depictions again, now that you can see more of the room? So, here we go again. I'll just do it really quick. In the center of the room, you see a hill. You see people, these characters struggling, to push up a boulder up the hill as a devil strives them on. You see a cobblestone path that leads from the western door to the foot of the hill. A similar path runs eastward and then goes up to north because you're coming from there. And in the western end of the room, that's the left side of the room, you see a region of burning sands. There are devils there. Devils torture those who have been unfortunate enough to fall into their lands or their hands. And along the southern side, like almost right by where you are, you can see almost what looks like a grassy plain where people are frolicking and hunt antelope and deer. North of the grassy plain and south of the hill, the floor opens into a model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down it while it licks the walls with flame. And on the east hill, right here, you see what counters to this, a fire cannon is an icy waste. And to the north of the hill, right up here, is a putrid swamp, which is a putrid bubbling marsh, where figures strive to keep their heads above the surface. And from out of the marsh, a black torpid river winds its way past the northern edge of the hill and flows west towards west and northwest of the corner of the room. Within this dark chasm, worms in this old corner over here, worms are chasing naked humans in a canyon. Now this is a miniature portrayal, not life size, but kind of miniature size, so you can all look and see it all around it. So it's like a huge museum diorama, but much larger than the one you saw before. On the walls, you do see some other stuff as well. On the walls, I forgot I wrote this stuff. On the walls, you see what looks to be flames, of course, brimstone and fire. You see that this is surrounded by demons It's surrounded by devils, and you probably doubt that you'll ever be able to. If you were to get into this place, it would be very difficult to get out, because it shows devils guarding the doors.
Hmm.
All right. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to go towards the hill, or go towards the door, or explore some of the dioramas?
So where was the barred door you said? I'm sorry.
Straight up north.
Like up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does this path thing lead to it?
Yeah, it does. If you go a little bit farther here.
So what's going on, Ella?
Well, it's the same magic we encountered before, so probably it doesn't require licking at this point. I don't see. Well, nothing is sticking out magically wise. I kind of want to go up the hill.
How far is the boulder up the hill?
It seems to be halfway up the hill, like right here. Or it wouldn't be there. It would be like right here, underneath that orb.
Also,
Mm,
you know, that orb that has like a never-ending light. It's a never-ending light source. That would be really useful and during the night in the library. I mean, just in case no one needs it here. Just saying. It seems like a very energy-friendly light source. Like you don't have to waste a lot of candles or oil, but it's not our priority. Just would be really cool having that on my desk.
I'm going to look at Magran and suggest maybe we should try pushing the boulder further up to the top of the hill, see what happens.
Yeah. I'm all for doing the hill thing because it looks like struggle, but if you struggle with something, then the reward will be very sweet. So yeah.
Yes, I'm not sure what else there is to do in here.
All right. Well, are you going to try to push the push the boulder up the hill for them?
Magran and myself, yes, I think we shall try.
And so Magran goes over there with you to the foot of the hill. And
sorry.
Yes, Ella? Go ahead.
I would just I'm not helping them pushing, but I would go like parallel to them and look at them and look where the best angle is to push it and like have this like little geometry going on and tell them, look, if you go here, that's like the best way with the least amount of strength required. And
I'm just seeing Ella's face with all the calculations going.
You are easily able
Exactly.
to, with Magran's help, you don't even need a strength because, of course, it's a little miniature. You literally just pick up the boulder and put it, go towards the top of the hill. Are you going to roll all the way to the top?
Yes.
Okay. So you make it all the
I
way.
don't know why I pictured it larger.
I pictured it like magically heavy or something.
It
I
looked,
pictured it large, like Indiana Jones size large.
it was maybe the size of like this, but you kind of rolled it up a little bit. You kind of picked it up a little bit. Both of you wanted to pick it up or rolled it up. You made it to the top of the hill. Now that you're at the top of the hill, I'd like you both to make a DC 15 or a DC strength save.
Saving throw?
DC strength saving throw. Yes, excuse me. Yeah. All right. So you managed to keep your feet. You managed to keep your feet, but you start to feel this like force. It's almost like trying to push you back down the hill. Poor Magran, however, is pushed 5 feet down the hill towards the edge here, and
nobody pushes a dwarf.
he is pushed 5 feet off the hill, and he's knocked prone. And let's see, what's your D4? I need to roll D4 here. Okay, let's roll this
What are you
D4.
doing down there? What are you doing?
Hey, buddy, gravity got you down.
So he is actually pushed this way towards the far wall where the worms and the thing and the other display is, and he's pushed
Oh,
to the
dear.
opposite side. What would you all like to do next? He goes, or Morgan goes, I don't like the feel of this. We should get off this hill.
Can I investigate the hill, see what's going on?
Of course you can.
You're doing great.
Are you going to do an investigation check, or what would you like to do? Investigation? You see what looks like devils whipping slaves, these little clay models, and you cannot find anything out of the ordinary, but you do feel this overwhelming push that's trying to push you off the top of the hill.
But there's no arcane device. There's nothing giving off this aura that I should be off the hill. It's just happening.
It's just happening, yeah. Now, Ella, however, she sees like this. It's like almost like it just whoosh, and she sees this like this emanating force from the center here. This like little black spot. She can see that there's some kind of magical. I'm not sure if it would be a transmutation or abjuration. I can't remember, but she definitely sees that the aura of the magic and is emanating outward.
Mm-hmm.
But you see nothing.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Look, at that spot, that's where the source comes from. It's trying to push you guys away. So
What should I do?
Punch it.
Okay, I just want to test something. I'm not sure if it's just magic, or if it would help for someone to be heavier and bigger to resist it more easily. So can I just step on the hill? Or
Are you going to the top of the hill?
Yeah, I just wanna just at the edge. I wanna see if since I'm littler and lighter, if I get pushed off it.
As you get closer, as you get to the top of the hill,
it's like just like right here in the, I don't know.
Well, you don't feel anything actually until you get to the very top of the hill. When you get to the top of the hill there, you do feel that suddenly you're pushed. I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Can I reach out and grab her to try and help?
Yeah, you can try to reach out and grab her.
Mind.
She's like, nobody pushes it. A
So-
gnome.
So you feel this force suddenly, like trying to push you in any which direction, but you are able to hold yourself down and get yourself closer to the ground and stand the fort. You are still the king of the hill.
I'm standing in stars like wind shadow or something. Anyway, let's try if it helps when you are bigger and heavier, okay? And I put out the little salt or pepper shaker, and I put some of it on my hand, and I blow it in your face, and it's like powdered iron. And then I say ingens, and you enlarge, and you get taller and heavier. And then I say, okay, now I should try and push you away.
Star, can you please roll a strength saving throw?
This is very strange sensation for me.
All right, again, you are able to keep your footing without any issues. You're at the top of the hill. You're now actually closer to the. You're a large tabaxi, and you could probably reach up and actually touch that globe.
Yeah, you always have now advantage on strength checks.
I'm going to reach up and grab the orb of light.
Okay. As you reach up to touch the orb of light, 1 second. As you reach up to touch the orb of light, you are able to actually grab it, but I want you to roll a Constitution save.
Ooh, that's not good.
All right. You notice that you take one point of burning damage as you feel like, oh, this is a hot light. It's like a light bulb. So you're touching between the pads, but you touched it without even thinking, and instead of holding it with your claws, you held it with your pads at first. But you learned your lesson really quickly and put it in your claws. But now you're holding the light, and you have an everlasting light orb in your hands that was just kind of floating there, but you took it off of his peak.
How big is it?
Size of your palm. You can get it in your hands.
Like
a
my
ball.
enlarged palm?
Like, I don't have it. The size of this.
Okay. Okay, so, but I am enlarged, so...
Oh, then it's smaller, of course. This is what it would look like if it was in the medium character's palm. For you now, it's just in the center of your palm.
Okay, I'm just gonna lower my hand to Ella and just let her have it. Just let it roll out of my hand.
Oh, okay.
Ella, I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw with a disadvantage.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh.
Because you're just putting it across your whole face and body.
Sorry.
Wait, with disadvantage, right? Okay, then I just roll again.
But you just roll a 19, so luckily... Luckily, you saw what happened, and you pull your sleeves up really quickly and let the sleeves take any of the heat, so you're not getting you're like, oh, and holding it, but you have now a orb of everlasting light in your hands.
Right. Thank you, Star. I put it in my bag. Ooh.
All right, it goes into the bag, and the room goes dark.
I just have to take notes.
If anybody can see in the dark, then you are able to still see. Magran, I believe, can see. As a dwarf, can he see? Let's see.
Yep.
Yes, as a
I
dwarf.
think everybody has dark vision in the group.
Not humans. Are there
We
any
don't have any
humans?
humans.
Oh, you don't have any
No.
humans. All right.
Tiefling, gnome, tabaxi, dwarf.
So you can all see in the dark, but
Kobold.
everything's gone gray now. There's no color in the room, and you can. It feels really eerie. It's like you're in a haunted room. Now, for Ella, she can see that the different fluctuating magic in different sections of the room, but there's no fluctuations along the cobblestone paths. There's no magical aura at all.
And where does the cobblestone path lead?
It leads up north. There's one that leads down, and there's one that leads up north.
To the city of Oz.
Wait, and the boulder, we already pushed it.
You pushed it to the top, and nothing happened.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Magran is going to try to start walking his way carefully back to the path. But he's going to make one more Constitution saving throw when he gets to the center again, because he has to walk through the center to get there. Not Constitution, excuse me, Strength saving throw.
Nailed it.
Oh, there he... Oh, wow, okay. And again... This time, he's thrown this way, almost off the path.
Hey, buddy. What are you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. And he fails that too, and he falls off the hill into the diorama.
Oh no.
So, cobblestone path leads from the western door to the western end of the room. Along the southern side of the grassy plain, floor is open. They should really have this map showing these different sections. It's so hard to know where they are. North of the hill, east of the hill. Okay, there we go. he falls into what looks to be an icy waste. And so
That's cool.
when he goes into crap. Okay, when he falls into the diorama of the what looks to be the icy waste. That's crazy. All right. When he goes into this area, he suddenly feels himself. I had to make a DC save,
No.
but it doesn't tell me what I have to save from. That's weird. So I'm gonna say he has to do a dexterity saving throw. Or no, let's do a Constitution because he has advantage on that. He's able to save himself. Like he could feel suddenly his armor begins to start chilling up, and he starts to get cold, and he quickly crawls back to the path and meets up with Spoon as he feels himself getting cold. He's just shivering. So that's what he experienced when he went to that place. He suddenly got super, super cold.
He's been giving me the cold shoulder the whole time.
He looks up at you and grunts. Go ahead, Bill.
Ella, perhaps take out the orb and warm up Magran a little bit.
All right, you would need to go over to the other path. Would you like to cross the chilly waste?
No.
Hmm.
I was asking Ella to take out the orb and...
Yeah.
Are you going to toss it to him? You are across...
I'm not gonna toss it.
You're 20 feet away from each other.
Your aim is much better. Oh, toss! Ooh, I want to go down the hill again anyway. So maybe you just like toss me to Macran? I mean, he looks like he's good at catching, and you're.
See, eat the dome.
And your arm span is really good right now, so.
I'm going to just pick her up.
And put me just down. Yeah, just like that. Woo! Awesome. Okay, and then I carefully, once I'm back on the ground, I carefully walk to Macran and show him the bag so he can.
Okay, so you go back down to the door. You go back up here, and I'm guessing both of you did that. And Finwin is going to be behind you as well. So, Magran warms up. He goes, "Ooh, that's nice. That's nice." And Finwin goes, "I think we should just maybe try to move on from here. What do we? I'm sure we don't have too much time."
That's true.
I thought perhaps there was some mechanism that we were not seeing, but I can't figure this out, so perhaps we should move on.
Well,
good.
Yeah,
I will lead.
Investigate the door.
Magran goes forward, and as he's moving forward, he sees that there's a door, and it has what looks to be. It looks to be just like a part of the door, just a big slab of cement, almost like a rock that should be there, but it's obviously been a door. There's some engravings on it, but they're worn out. You can't really see them that well. But this has been here for a very, very long time.
For the longest time. Whoa.
Would you like to go through the door?
Lead the way, Magran. You're doing great.
Maybe we should check if there are any traps or something.
That would be a good idea. Spoon, or Star.
What?
How long does this enlarge magic work? By the way,
that is a good question.
Because right now, our Star has quite large paws.
I mean, I can drop it, but it's only 1 minute anyway, so it's probably already gone.
Oh, just 1 minute? Okay, then you're back down here. So, all right, you gonna go ahead? Would you like to check for doors or traps?
Yes, I would.
All right, so both of you are there. Magran takes a step back.
Would that be investigation?
Yes, I believe so. Yep, that would be investigation.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad at all. You look and you
Nailed it.
so helping each other. Spoon is looking around and he's sure that there's actually no way to go through the door. That is not really a door. Maybe it's just part of the decorations and it's a trick.
It's a
But-
stupid decoration.
But Star, you are able to notice that yeah, there's definitely a line and there's definitely it just looks like it's never been used before. Or perhaps once,
It
but a
is-
long time ago. I mean, it's got dust. It's been worn down almost to being flat. You can feel some engravings if you put your hand on it, but you'd notice that you don't get any shock. You notice that doesn't seem to be any traps either.
It is troubling to me, but I'll go ahead and open the door.
As you open the door, you see it goes down into a tunnel, and this tunnel actually falls down. It looks like it just burrows downward into the west.
Are there stairs, or is it just like a smooth tunnel?
A rough tunnel that goes into the rock. There's no stairs, it's like a ramp, mostly. Carved out tunnel. It's very dusty. You can see cobwebs everywhere.
Is it flat or it goes down, you said, or
It goes downwards, yes.
is it as steep or?
It seems to be kind of steep, yes. It goes downward into the darkness.
I don't like that. Star, is it slippery?
Is it slippery?
It does not seem to be slippery at all. It seems to be hard to breathe in there. It's really, imagine going to a tomb that's never been opened for thousands of years, and it has
Oh,
that kind of putrid dust.
Close. No, it is not slippery. It is dusty and it is close. But it's not slippery.
Magran comes up and looks, and he goes, "Me kind has been plunged into the depths ever since. It looks like a place for a dwarf. I'll lead the way." Just like he did before when he just jumped down the tunnel while you all were fighting. And he just barges through.
Perfectly normal for the dwarf.
I'm used to dusty places.
Is anybody following him?
Yeah.
I shall go with him.
All right. I would like
I'm
you to
in the-
put your
I'm in the
characters.
back.
You come to the character. You come to at the very end of the tunnel. You come to what looks like to be a. Make sure I got everything looking right here. You come to the end of the tunnel, and
I'm
what,
making little cat sneezes the
Oh, wait.
entire way. Just
you can't see that yet. I have to change it. Layers. There you go. Now you should be able to see a new map.
What's
Gesundheit.
it?
Gesundheit.
Now, in this new place, you come to the end of the tunnel. He sees that it goes into another tunnel, and to the left, he notices there's like almost water. It looks like water is even lower than like the tunnel keeps going down, and there's like it's covered in waters. The tunnel is submerged, but to the north, he notices that there seems to be almost like a light, and so he follows it north. Go ahead and put your characters into the screen. By the tunnel on the far bottom right.
Magron.
I will do that in just a second, just getting everything here. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me go ahead and jump Magron in there. And when you are there, he did notice that there were some footsteps, and you find that. Oh no, actually, there's no footsteps. Excuse me. So we got McGraw, we got Finwin. All right, excellent. So everybody's here at the tunnel. Now you see that up ahead of you, there seems to be what looks to be the mummified remains of what looks to be a centaur, but with a huge plumed headdress. So, it pretty much in the middle of this chamber is what appears to be a withered, preserved form of a centaur mounted on a slab of marble in front of the stairs. And we haven't gone to, in front of you, you see what looks to be a skull, and there's some hieroglyphics around the skull. This room is covered in hieroglyphics. This room is absolutely covered in, surrounded, or yeah, just all the walls are covered in hieroglyphics, ones that you have never seen before, Ella. This is a story that you have never heard or seen before. They obviously show another story, a story that has not been told. But yes, you see it, what looks to be this centaur, this mummified remains of a centaur, is tinted green, and he's decked out in lacquered leather, feathers, and copper wire jewelry. He faces towards the entrance of the chamber, and he holds a bronze hafted pike tipped with the broad, blue-gray, flame-shaped spearhead. And scattered around the room, you can see jewelry, knickknacks made of beaten copper, cut and polished obsidian shells, quartz, and coral. And much of this treasure seems to be right at the foot of the centaur, which looks like he's symbolically trotting on top of it. You see behind him that there is a pedestal, or there's things that rise up. You can't see exactly inside of that, but you see that there's a stepway that goes up to kind of a pedestal almost, or an auditorium, or a stage. The hieroglyphics. Would you like to go closer?
Ella would like to do another ritual and repeat the comprehend languages.
Okay.
And she sits down and she takes out her quill and puts all kinds of different phrases on her arms, like little cheat notes, and does that 10 minutes until the arms are covered with all kinds of words and scripts, and yeah, after that she understands.
So that takes her about 10 minutes. What the rest of you doing?
Would I understand these hieroglyphics?
Some of these, well, you see that it's leading there. What you see is, once you get closer, it's obvious that this skull right in front of here, let me go ahead and, this skull here is obviously a warning. And you would know it just says, turn back.
It is troubling me that says turn back.
But that's pretty much, that's all you can see if you were there. And of course, you can see the hieroglyphics are more around the cave walls here, along here, but especially there seems to be a lot up on the stage. As well as when you get closer, there seems to be magical items on these like little pedestals, marble pedestals. And they're just hanging there in just like magically suspended. And you see that there's quite a few of them.
It's like the beginning of Kingdom Hearts.
I have never seen it. So, what would you all do? Would you like to cross that that little skull, or would you like to?
Oh no!
For the hieroglyphs, let me go ahead and read what some of the hieroglyphs are, that you can see. So the glyphs show what seems to be a story. Along the passageway, it looks like a bunch of people. You would know them as Oman, and they're coming from another place. Looks like they had another land, and they somehow got to this place through a portal. And they came to the jungles. And in the jungles, as you look forward, and it gets to about right here, you see that there was what looks to be tabaxi, an old form of them. we're there, and then you see the next section. It goes around the corner, so you're not quite sure. But you look like you see the meeting, but you can't see what happens after that. And you have to go around the left-hand corner if you want to continue reading that glyphs. If you want to look at the glyphs over here on this side, to the right of you, you can see that what shows to be war. It seems to be lots of war and temples being built. The ones you, for example, a great example of what you see there. You see the temples being destroyed as well. Temples that were, or more huts that are being destroyed, and temples are being built on top of them. And you see that the Oman are the ones building this stuff. Or not building, the ones looking over Tabaxi building. And that would be on this wall here. You see that they've grown, that it's like a growing civilization in this area. But further on, yeah, go ahead if you'd like to. That's all you can see from here, I'll say. So, Finwin will look forward, and she will. Actually, what kind of magic does she have? I should check that out real quick. Oh.
She does have, I think, the invocation Eyes of the Rune Keeper, so she can read it all, I think.
Ah, okay.
Such a good invocation.
Historical knowledge, ruin dungeons, certain original purpose, determines builders, whether those words were. Okay, so this seems to be. She she doesn't have to roll anything. Finwin goes. This is a cage. This is a prison of something. I think we might have actually found the shrine. The original shrine. This looks like up on the pedestal. That looks like a shrine room. But you do not see. You do see like there's a character up here, and seems to be a character, just like a stone character of a man, but with the head of a jaguar.
Do I know that man?
You would definitely know that it represents you. It seems to be what would be an old deity that is no longer really worshipped anymore. It's something of myth. It's almost like a lost legend, like a lost gods. Like think about the Greek myths or whatever. But this is the depiction of it. You do notice
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
You do notice here. You do see that there seems to be a motif, like some kind of motif up on the stage, but you can't make it out clearly. But you do definitely see that there is what seems to be a half man, half jaguar, or cat kind of person, but definitely a stronger jaguar type. That sits on top of this pedestal here, and surrounded by these magic items. In the center of the stage, you see something sitting in the center of the stage, but you're not quite sure what it is.
I'm just gonna move closer.
Okay, go ahead and move your characters.
How far is Ella with her ritual?
I think your ritual should be done now.
Okay. So I would turn to Fenrir. So wait, are you saying that the shrine is a prison, or that the rooms here were used as a prison and as a shrine, or what did you mean by that?
Well, look around. It shows. You see it up
Some
there.
kind of sacrifice room?
I can't tell exactly if it's a sacrifice, but I can tell that there's, if you look up there, there's chains, and she points towards a pedestal. There's chains. It's obviously this held some kind of powerful thing. I mean, this is something that I have never seen before. But it's definitely holding something, and there's obviously this what looks like a mummified guardian, which I've never seen a centaur being used as a guardian in the myths either. But this is definitely, it seems to be some kind of prison. And as
Hey,
Star, as you go towards it, you see that on the left side. Are you going to continue trying to read? Are you going to try to go towards here, or are you trying to go towards to read the continuing of the glyphs?
I'm drawn to the half jaguar man on the stage.
All right. So as you get closer, suddenly the mummy shifts, and now I think what you would know, Ella and Finwin would know that this is what looks like what they've heard of as a Chitza'atlan, which is the Chitza'atlan is holy, what would be considered guardians, but you've never seen a representation of it before. And this guardian is suddenly shifting and seems to be cracking to life and holding up a spear towards our tabaxi friend. Yes, that is right. And let's see if I can find that thing. So, as you get closer to it, it suddenly looks at you and it attacks you. So I would like all of you to roll an initiative. Let's begin this fun little game. Let's go ahead and put it on first. I cleared it this time, so it should be good. Put me in initiative.
Ooh. Not good.
Let's see here. I need to get this guy out here. I don't have one of them. Here we go. All right, excellent. Now I should be able to do it. All right, so he's going to roll initiative as well. Perfect. He didn't roll very good either. Let's go ahead and get you guys all in order. Oh, I need to do it for Finwin, don't I? Finwin and Magran. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know what happened there. I don't... Rolled a 19. Okay, so Magran has a 19. Excuse me, I need to click on their characters, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'm just going to give him a 19. I've never done this thing before like this. This is really interesting. So Magran, let's close this here. Magran.
Yeah, you can down in the chat, you can use the drop down menu to choose the name as whom you're rolling, and then if you click on the token of the tech character, it should roll for the right character.
There we go. Now I got him. All right. Magran rolled a 16, and Finwin over here rolled a... Where's her character? Finwin rolled a 13. Okay, so luckily this thing is really slow, so it's not going to be attacking you right away. Spoon, you are one crafty, fast little guy, or little kobold, and you see what's happening before the Tabaxi Star even knows what's going on, because Star is so focused going forward that she has no idea.
Okay. Was there actually a light source down here?
There is no. It does not seem to be any kind of light source.
Okay, so
it's just kind of it's a kind of a dark, dank room.
So dark vision.
Yep, you have dark vision. Yep.
Okay. So this is undead, which is my favorite enemy. So I'm gonna unleash.
Definitely is an
first,
undead.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark.
Ooh.
I don't remember how you. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Whatever. on it as my bonus action, and then 3 attacks at it. Because it doesn't know I'm there, I will have advantage. Because I'm invisible to things that use dark vision.
So it'll have disadvantage?
No,
Alright.
I have advantage.
You have advantage. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because it can't detect me.
Let's roll
So
those
first
attacks. So you see this thing
26.
raising its spear towards the Tabaxi as the Tabaxi is drawn, like mesmerized by this statue. She's never seen a depiction of herself before, or he's never seen a depiction of himself before. Star is just mesmerized by this because all his life, they've been small little tribes that have never really had any kind of established religion, except for the religion of the Oman, which they usually reject.
I'm putting that so that I remember what it does, so I don't have to keep looking back at it on my spell page. All right, so 26 to hit, 31 as a crit to hit, and a 22 to hit.
Okay, wow. All right, so you said 26, 31, and 22?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure those all hit.
Okay, so...
Yeah, those are all hit, definitely.
First one does 14 plus... Oh.
Gonna take this thing out really quick, aren't you?
Plus...
Oh.
So it does 15. The second one is the crit. So that'll do... Oh, of course I rolled crappy damage. 10, 12... And then... Because technically it's a bonus die, so 17 damage. And then the third one, 10, 12, 18 damage.
Okay, what kind of damage are you doing?
All of it is piercing.
Piercing? Okay. So you said 18 damage. 18 plus what? 17 plus 18? Was it 17 plus 18? Is that what it was?
It was 15 plus 17. No. Sorry. 15 plus...
I love math in D&D.
Plus 18 plus 18. So 36 plus 15 is 51 damage.
51 damage. Okay. This thing
I
just...
hate undead!
You seem to get it. The arrows go through, and they have a hard time. It looks like piercing into it, but some of them definitely do. They don't. Being as close as you are, you would expect it to almost go through this thing, but it looks like they get stuck in it, and they hardly even pierce it. And then it looks over at you, and now it's Magran's turn. Magran is going to lay some lead down too. Once I get this, where's my calculator? Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Okay, so you don't seem, it doesn't seem too affected by what you've done. Now it's Magran's turn. Magran is going to do some fun stuff because I know he has some good stuff against the undead here. Let's see here. Stone cutting, turn undead. There we go. And actually, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer centering the undead. Okay, there you go. So the cleric, he's not going to waste any time. He takes out his holy symbol, his shield, and he goes, Alashmia! Or I can't remember what he says. Alashmia Camille. Because that's what Mario would do. And
Sure.
and suddenly, let's see, I'm going to have to do a roll for this undead creature.
My bow is magical. I don't know if that matters.
It's magical?
Yeah, that's what my magical weapon. That's what my magical item was.
Oh, it does matter.
I figured that's why I mentioned it.
Well, are the arrows magical?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Yeah, it
And
imbues.
okay, slashing from non-magical attacks. Okay, well, never mind then. So you said 51?
I did.
That sucks.
For him.
Second here. Okay, whew, those arrows actually went in a little bit further than I said before. And so now this the cleric he presents his holy symbol. He speaks a prayer, and this creature must make a saving throw against me. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and post this here so you all can see what we're doing here. And where is it? Can't you see? There we go. Turn undead. And so I cannot see what's here. Let's see spells. DC save is okay. It's 15. I rolled a 17. All right. So this creature looks at the symbol and then kind of goes back a little bit and then go, and it does not seem to be affected by his turn undead. And I believe that's his only turn. Does he get 2 turns?
Not in a turn.
2 attacks or anything? Let's see here real quick. I usually don't play this guy's character.
Nike.
It's as his action he does the turn undead. So he'll still have a bonus action and a move action, but the turn undead uses his action.
When the undead fails, it's okay. Holy crap! Okay, all right. So he tries to go towards it, and it does not seem to do anything. So he does not have any other things that he can do, but he does move forward to face it face to face and try to save the Tabaxi. And next up would be Finwin. Oh, great. So Finwin, she does have some spells as well, I believe. She is going to do. She puts a baleful curse on as a bonus action. Puts a curse on this thing for 1 minute. So she gains +3 to damage rolls against the cursed attack. Okay, plus charisma. And she is going to attack this thing with an Eldritch
Blast.
Yes, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
She'll have 2 bolts or 2.
See, I'm trying to see here. 1d8 +2. Yeah, she's going to use Eldritch Blast. And I believe she gets 2 bolts, you said? Is that
Hi,
right?
Jester.
There
Eldritch
you go.
Blast.
Oh, wow. So, yeah. 23, let's see here. It definitely hits both times. That's 10 +3 and 9 +3. So, 13 +12. 25. All right. You guys are just blasting things. Just boosh, boosh. It goes next. And then next, it would be Ella's turn. Ella, what are you going to do?
How damaged does the creature look?
It's looking, actually, you're destroying it. It looks to be, it still seems pretty strong. It's definitely still old. And it looks really pissed off.
Because since we haven't taken a long rest in a while, I'm a little bit. Well, you're doing great, guys. You're doing great, and I just shoot a little ray of frost out of my tiny staff. Make an attack roll. So it's 60 feet. Wait.
I thought that was damage for a second. I was like, holy crap!
All right, that definitely hits too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all just killing it.
And that's 10 cold damage.
Okay, and you see it frosting up around its chest where you hit it, square in the chest. And then, are you going to do anything else?
How high is the ledge over here? Is it climbable for me?
You could climb it. It's 5 feet.
Oh, nice. Then just gonna. Can I move like here in the corner or something?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah. Then I stand here and I just gonna cheer the others on. Yeah, you're doing great. Awesome. Pew, pew. And I part in my book and part-time watching what they are doing.
Rah, rah, spoomba.
Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great!
All right. So now is the turn for our. Well, once I can find that character sheet, there we go. Now it is the turn for this mummy, and this mummy Oh, I see it. Oh, wow. It's going to charge, right? Are you still invisible?
It can't see me. Yeah,
It can't see you at all?
it cannot see me at all. I'm
Oh.
undetectable. I can't be seen with dark vision.
Not even after you attacked?
Correct.
Dang, son.
All right, so yeah, I guess so. You can't be seen, so it sees. It's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, it's going to run right at. It's going to run back and run right towards the tabaxi. It's just going to go towards the tabaxi and it's going to charge. Charge the tabaxi. Charge star, and so it's going to take an extra 3d6 piercing damage as it attacks you. So it's going to first attack you with its pike. Why didn't it go? There we go. All right. Does 22 hit?
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to do, let's see, 1d10 plus 5.
Holy shitballs. That's. Wait, is that damage?
No, that's the attack
No,
roll.
that's just a hit.
Okay.
Okay. So it does 9 damage plus, let's see here, it does 9 damage plus it does 3d6. Of course. All right, here we go. 3d6. There we go. And plus 8 damage. So 17 damage total as it runs and plunges a spear into you. And then behind it, it's going to kick at Magron, which is hooves. And it does not even, it has no luck at all with trying to hit Magron. Which is really lucky. Okay, the target is a creature, it must succeed on a... Alright, so yeah, it tries to attack Magron then and tries to buck back and hit Magron. And he's able to easily duck and put his holy shield up to protect himself. Now it's going to be... And then it's going to get one more thing it's going to do. It's going to look at Finwin over here, and it's going to just glare at it. So, the Centaur Mummy targets one creature it can see within 60 feet, and the target must succeed on a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw. All right. Wisdom. All right. All right, so, and it does, Finwin's just like, nah, Finwin's not even worried about this thing. He's just, seriously? You're not scared at all. Yeah, and
I'm not scared.
Now it comes up to Star's turn. Star, what are you going to do? This thing has just lashed you with a spear as you weren't even paying attention.
Okay.
Oh, I should say one thing. It starts talking. It says, does anybody speak Sylvan?
No.
No.
Let me double check over here. Okay, I'm going to say actually instead of Sylvan, well, there's one of you who speaks comprehend languages, right? One of you has that?
Yeah, it's still up, right.
All right, so yes, it speaks in a language that none of you understand except for our little Ella up in the corner. And to Ella, what you can hear is it's saying that you do not belong here. You do not belong here. This is the burial and prison of the burial and prison of Inkaxi.
Burial.
The burial and prison of Inkaxi. That's Inkaxi. And it says, "You shall not leave. You will all perish, or face the wrath of the serpent."
Oh! I can talk back. Hear me, the others say.
And all the rest of you hear is like. Oh no!
Gunta solo.
That's your Sylvan. That's your Sylvan that you hear.
Okay. Okay.
I translate what the mummy said to the others.
As in the middle of the battle, so the Tabaxi or Star, you hear this, and of course you also notice that there's magical items up on the pedestal, and you are also being attacked. What would you like to do?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take out my Dow, which is a +1 item. There. And I'm going to hit it.
Okay, go ahead. You hit it too. Wow. Okay, so how much damage are you going to be doing?
1,000,000.
Oh, I hit the damage thing. It didn't really.
Looks like it didn't do it. So how do you roll the damage for that? Let's see. Oh, it looks like all of them hit. Wow. That's why I gave itself. That's why I gave this thing a legendary move.
That's strange. I only hit it once, but it rolled twice, so I'm not sure why it did that.
Okay, so 8 slashing damage.
Yes.
All right, so you do 8 slashing damage to this.
Actually, you know what? Just make it 2 hits because I have the extra attack. So just whap whap.
Okay, so 16. This thing is looking pretty beaten up now. You just like, and it's looking like this is having a hard time standing, keeping itself up. It's
Then I'll use a key point to do patient defense.
to do what?
Patient defense.
Okay, all right. Then
Mark shit.
Are you going to do any kind of movement?
No, because I think I get an opportunity attack, so I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. There's patient defense.
Before Spoon can do anything, you suddenly hear a voice that Ella recognizes quite clearly. And Ella, what you see. There we go. Now I gotta move back to objects. Okay, Ella, what you see, or you don't see, but you hear, Maureen, back from the university, suddenly showed up and she goes, well, I can't believe you've had all this fun without me. But thank you for clearing all those traps for me.
You! I knew it! I knew someone read all my notes. I knew, you stinky little cheater. I knew it all. She's the real target. Hit her, not the mummy. Ah!
Oh my god.
You really thought I would let you have all the glory and take everything?
You can't.
I am the top student, and I always will be the top student. You are just a teacher's little pet.
By stealing the ideas of others, by copying my stuff, you don't do anything by yourself. You're just a liar and a cheater. And I'm gonna get you expelled. I promise.
If you can even get out of here.
Oh, I will.
Somehow this has turned into like a valedictorian salutatorian fight now.
And you see she's with somebody.
It's entertaining.
You see her with a man in red robes who looks to be Oman of descent. And she goes,
no, that is even no for you, Maureen. You know that?
Well, I decided to go to the source, and they told me everything. I bet you don't even know what to do with this room, do you?
Of course I know what to do with this room. Do you know what to do it yourself? Bet you don't. But first, gonna kick your stupid cheating butt out of here, and then we do the rest.
All right, I'm going to add her to the roll call if you're going to be attacking her. Okay. Maureen. That didn't work. All right, there we go. And I'm going to roll for her friend as well. Her friend would be...
Please.
Ooh, silent moment. Is the music working, by the way? I don't think I've ever heard it once yet.
I usually leave the music off, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, here we go. I need to actually check this thing out. This thing should have...
It's a Pokemon battle.
All right. And so, yes, you see this, what looks like this fanatic kind of man. He doesn't look to be too friendly at all. There we go. I can actually roll for him. Excellent. Okay, and so we're going to go back to the beginning. Spoon, you see this Maureen character show up, but you are still, of course, hidden. And what would you like to do?
The mummy looks like super beat up, right?
The mummy is looking pretty beat up, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna launch one arrow at it. So one attack at the mummy.
Now,
22.
How does your invisibility work, by the way?
Let me. It should be that one.
Plus 10 to your speed, and if you use attack action, you can make one additional attack. You're also adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. Okay.
I think it's the Emperor Sight thing that makes you invisible, right?
When the DM
If you-
determines if you can hide from a creature, that creature gains a benefit from its dark vision. Is node. Okay. So you're not invisible exactly, but you have your.
But I'm undetected.
Yes, you're undetected for now. Yep. Okay.
Which,
So, did you shoot that arrow?
Yep. So 22.
A 22.
I have advantage because of pack tactics.
It definitely works. It definitely hits.
For
Ooh.
14 plus. So total of 20.
Is 12 plus 4?
It's undead, so I get my 18, sorry.
So 18? All right.
Yeah, because it's undead, so add it, you would add a 2 to it.
This thing, you when you hit it, it just and it crashes through it, and it looks like it almost like goes right through his heart, and just stuck there, and it's just like almost teetering on his 4 legs. It's now using the pike to hold itself up.
But it's dead.
It's not dead.
Oh. I guess I'll shoot it again then. I was hoping that would kill it. 15.
15 actually hits it too.
Okay. For 15.
All right. This time you shatter it. When it goes, it just shatters and then falls into clumps and pieces at the feet of Star and Magran. This thing is now dead.
Okay, so as my bonus action, I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark to Maureen.
All right.
And then that'll I'll move up here just in case. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay, so that's your turn, and it would be now Maureen's turn. So Maureen looks at, she's like, well, that could have been a perfectly good specimen that we could have taken back. You know, Ella, if you're the leader of this expedition, you should really control your team instead of letting little reptiles be in control.
You know what? Once you're unconscious, Nah, that's too no. That would be really nasty. No, you can do all that stupid talking. I'm gonna win anyway.
You showed her.
Yeah. Look, I'm better at written words, and she's really not good at that.
All right, so what would you... Oh, Maureen is going to... Actually, I think I need to grab a quick book over there to use for... No, I'll just go ahead and go. Maureen is going to cast a spell. She has what looks like a wand. And she goes, oh, really? And she's going to cast lightning bolts. She has a spell of lightning bolts, a wand of lightning bolts on her. She's like, oh, I picked this up when I was on my way here. It looks like you've lost some things. And just whoosh, she casts it at you. And let's see here. I did to look this spell up. Lightning bolt. Why didn't it just go? Okay, so 100-foot line. It goes straight to you. 100 foot. It is 5 feet. 8d6 lightning. Okay. So 8d6 lightning, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw of 15.
All right.
Nailed it.
Ouch. Okay, that's gonna hurt. All right. I'm playing so many characters right now. All right. So you do 20. Here's 29. As a bolt of lightning just shocks through you, it takes you down 29 points of electricity, lightning damage, and she is going to start running forward, and she's going to run to the edge of the dais.
I assume
would
gonna
she get an
provoke.
opportunity attack from
I was
me?
like, and from Fenwin.
You can go ahead and try to attack her. Finwin's going to attack her too. Finwin is going to see here.
Don't like how you said try.
Also, that's a lot of movement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh yeah, you're right. So she gets up to Tabaxi doesn't get one. Finwin is going to get a attack of opportunity. So Finwin is going to try to use a two-handed spear. And oh, she definitely is going to hit. For 3 piercing. Alright, so Finwin just, as she goes by, Finwin goes whoosh, and slashes her as she goes by. And is that the best she has? No, I'm going to do a two-handed warhammer, excuse me. There we go. That's better. So she does 9 bludgeoning damage, and she just hits her right in the back. And she's like, chip on your way out. And she goes, oh! She looks back, and she snarls, you're gonna get it. And now it is Magran's turn. Who I would like one of Calvin. Why don't you go ahead and what would you like? What do you think Magran would like to do? I think you already have his character sheet too, don't you?
No, I had Ella's character sheet.
You had Ellis.
Yeah. If you want to give me his, I can take it.
I will do that because you know what? I think I prefer.
So that you have one less person to.
Yeah, definitely, and it would be more fun because I get held up on trying to figure all this stuff out for you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
So give me 1 second. I'm gonna give this guy to you.
Yeah.
All right, you should be able to have him now.
All right. Let me just. I don't care about your backstory. All right. Let's see what he can do. Right, is he out of all of his spells?
I believe he's only done turn undead, as far as I know.
Okay.
Let me double check his spell. I don't know what his spells he's done in the last game, so I guess he'll have some spells. Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember what he cast last game. I think he did. Crap, which one was it? No, I think we've been in like this is like the 4th fight in the same day. I think.
All right, let's just say you have two level 1s and one level 2.
Okay. 2 1s and a level 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give you something to work with.
Could you? Okay. He's gonna cast bless. Oh crap! No, that's concentration. Never mind. Will not cast bless.
One second, I'm gonna be right back.
That's fine. I have to figure out what he's doing anyway.
Just had to grab one of my books. All right. What are you gonna do, Eldritch Blast? You said.
No.
I don't know why I heard Eldritch Blast. What are you gonna do, and who are you going to attack?
Well, I guess since could you just stop it? Hey, does he have? Of course he doesn't. That's all 3. God damn it. Screw it. He'll walk over, cast Cure Wounds on the Tabaxi. So does he have it? 1. So you'll heal for 5. Well, that's just terrible. But you can use your reaction to make a weapon attack.
Isn't there something that you add to that?
That was with a +4. I rolled a 1. A 1 on the D8 +4. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some music playing in here.
Yeah, and you can use your bonus action or your reaction to make an attack.
Okay.
Music.
Yes. That's gonna be much better for those quiet moments. All right.
Do that. Just the reaction, or
So
Yeah, you use your reaction to make an attack essentially.
okay.
Because it's part of his orders demand. Whenever he casts a spell on an ally, they can take a weapon attack as a reaction.
Okay.
Okay, so is that the end of your turn, Magron?
She gets an attack, or Star gets an attack, and then he's actually going to cast. Oh wait, that's can't cast it.
All right, so Star, you want to attack this Maureen gal?
Yes.
This nice human gal in a robe?
Which I'm guessing that hits.
It definitely does, yes. Ouch. And she goes, ouch! And I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my calculator once again. Okay. She goes, ah! You're attacking the wrong person. Ella's the one who's going to end the world. She didn't read the book. She never does. I'm trying to save you.
She literally doesn't stop reading books.
I would like to insight check Maureen.
He knows. He licks every book that I read, and then he licked a lot of books.
They're authentic.
She looks frustrated. She looks like obviously she wants she has some kind of vendetta against Ella, but she seems to have some kind of tinge of truth to what she's saying.
Okay.
You're on the wrong side. Is that all you're going to do? That's all you can do. So next, Finwin. Finwin is not having any of this crap. She knows this gal. So Finwin is going to turn around, actually, because she sees that the person behind her could be quite dangerous. She's going to turn around and attack this cultist that's behind her. And real quick, who knows what the best what's best thing you can do with a warlock? Improved pact weapon?
Become a wizard. Boom!
Oh.
Internal constitution.
Damn, son. Shade.
That's my Eldritch Blast. Woo!
The shade of it all.
It's suddenly so cold.
Alright, here we go. She is going to cast against this thing. She's going to cast a Green Flame Blade. That looks interesting.
Magical spell.
Okay, Green Flame Blade. She takes out her thing, so.
Yeah, she is.
She is? Oh, at this level, she deals plus 1d8 fire damage, and the second creature takes 1d8 plus charisma damage for the secondary effect. Okay, lovely. Alright, so she has a Green Flame Blade. She pulls a cantrip out and just whoosh on her hammer. I guess it could be a hammer, yeah. It can be any official hammer. And she's going to strike this cultist with her hammer.
Because it's hammer time.
Can't touch this.
Somebody's also saying that the music's a little loud, by the way.
Oh yeah? Alright. Thank you for letting me know.
It's good damage.
Okay, actually I can't hear it at all. But hopefully that works. Actually, maybe I can go to music real quick and which one's playing. There we go. All right. So yeah, it does 14 points of bludgeoning damage. I think plus 1d8 of fire. Ouch. 1d8 of fire. You guys are just wiping these things out. Plus 6 points of fire damage. Okay. So this cultist. Where's my? There he is. Oops. I have to write this down. Where's all my pencils go? There we go. Okay, so minus 20. All right. So she comes in and just slams this this warhammer down against the cult fanatic, and just the cult fanatic is almost smashed up against the wall, and you can see like sears. The robes are slashed open, and underneath the robes you see that the skin looks really blemished. It definitely looks like it's not doing so well. It looks really odd if anybody's actually looking in that direction. And now it's Ella's turn. Ella, what would you like to do? Your arch nemesis is now here.
I step over here, right to the edge, so that I feel very tall. And I say, okay, remember guys, we don't want to kill her, we want to get her expelled, so don't kill her. And then I take a deep breath, and after having thought about this for a few seconds, she prepared to come back, and she said, hey, I barely felt that spell of yours. It was as weak as the arguments in your last paper. And then I cast Hold Person by taking out my ruler and snapping it at her. So she has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
What kind of saving throw?
A Wisdom.
Wisdom, okay.
Against 16.
Oh, she rolled a 9.
So she's paralyzed. for 1 minute, and she can repeat the saving throw after her turn.
And she goes, ah! And then she's frozen solid as she's, it just goes, just solid as a statue. She's trying to still head her way up to the dais.
Oh, finally, she shut up. Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Just wait there, crossed arms.
Ah!
And suddenly,
Ah!
that blemish that you saw when Finwin hit this, hit the cult fanatic, it no longer seems to be a cult fanatic. It is actually what looks to be. Here we go. That's a centaur movie. I don't want that one.
My mother's sister.
Heck!
Because it's Yanti. Boom!
It is definitely a Yanti, yes. And suddenly it goes.
Oh
it
my
turns into a
God.
large fiend, and it says, "You are defiling this tomb. No one should cross these. No one should cross." Oh my God, it sounds so stupid. He said, "You are defiling this tomb. You will bring the end of the world. We will always be your masters," as it looks back at the tabaxi. And this is why cats hate snakes. and so...
He said that in that foreign language again, right?
Yeah, well, this one's actually common. Oh,
Oh,
no, excuse me, this is an omen. Yes, this is an omen. And,
okay.
of course, she understands that. And this one, he is going to... What's he going to do? He's going to... Wow, okay. Awesome. He is going to... At the tabaxi... Or actually, no, he's kind of... I think he's really pissed off at the warlock in front of him. He's going to do 3 melee attacks. So, let's see here. It would be 2 range, 3 melee attacks, but can use this. Okay, so here is going to bite at Finwin, and what is Finwin's AC? 13. Okay, it bites at Finwin, and it connects, and then it's going to constrict. But this one doesn't. It was not able to actually reach, unfortunately or luckily for Finwin. And then it's going to use a scimitar, which it does hit really well against Finwin. And so let's see, 1d6 plus 4 plus poison damage. I think Finwin's immune to that. Infernal. You have resistance to cold and poison. Okay. Alright, so here we go. I need to roll a lot of stuff here for this thing. There's so much stuff to roll here. I'm going to go ahead and put this right out here so everybody can see what I'm rolling. And yes, here we go. Let's see. 1d6. 6. 1. Alright, 1d6 plus 4, so that's 5 points. And then...
That's always my reaction when I see ones.
Oh wow. 3d6. So it's 9 points of poison damage, which is reduced to 5 points of poison damage. So that's going to be a total of 10 points of damage. And then the scimitar. 9 plus 4, 13. So 13 to 23 points of damage to Finwin. Ouch. Finwin is down to 10 hit points. Okay,
Here.
and so yeah, Finwin, she just strikes, whoosh, or this thing just strikes, it bites at it, it connects with the bite, it tries to constrict, but Finwin's able to squeeze out of it, and then it uses a scimitar and just slashes into Finwin's side. And it is now going to be the centaur is dead. It is now going to be Star's turn.
Okay. Before I do anything, I'm going to look at Maureen, because I know she can hear me. I'm going to say, we are on the wrong side, but you are keeping very poor company. To run over 2 feet of movement, so I should make it there. And, I'm gonna do Flurry of Blows, be another key point. Going to Stunning Strike. Blah.
All right, show me what you got.
Show me what you got. Yeah, you still get your 2 normal attacks before Flurry of Blows.
Oh, it looks
too.
like you got like 4 attacks now,
I
I'm
know.
guessing. So go ahead and
I think so, yeah.
go ahead and
Yeah.
go ahead and see what you got, what you can hit me with. All right, 15. Oh, what is? Where is that thing? Oops. Where is? Ah, there it is. Okay. Ah, it's back over here. All right. Let's see here. AC, you miss. Oh no, you hit.
Okay. So we'll make that one the Stunning Strike, so he's stunned, or he should be.
They have to make a con save.
Or, that's right, he has to make a save.
All right. So he's gonna try to make a con save here. Let's see here.
DC 13.
DC 13. All right, con. Okay. I said roll con. Roll d20. 13 plus 3. So 16.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna make those other unarmed attacks.
That hits.
Nice.
Ooh, ouch. It's 12.
That should be it.
Alright, so it's minus 12 plus, so it's minus 18, 19, 20, 21. And then minus 9. That's 9, 10, 11. So 41, is that correct?
41. Yeah, 41. That's what I calculated as well.
And just so everyone knows, patient defense up, and I have used all of my key points.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Alright.
That's good for you to hear. Right in front of me. And as I'm wailing on this Yanti, I'm just going to say stuff in Payet or in Oldman so he can understand me. Just
What were you saying?
which means I will never be a slave again.
And it hisses at you. You were born a slave, you will live a slave, you will die a slave.
Ow!
Spoon.
Sorry, was that loud?
That was really loud. Spoon, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move over here, take the wand out of her hand, pull out one of my short swords, and cut backpack off of her.
Okay.
And actually, since she can't do anything, I'm actually going to partially climb up to her and whisper in her ear and be like, "She might not be great at smack talk, but if you kill her, I will rip out your fucking heart."
Damn.
And then I'll lick her, and then climb back down.
You can see that she almost shudders like involuntarily as she's.
Also, I'm a dragon. And then I
Alright.
assume taking all her stuff off her would have been mine.
That would be your full action, yeah. You want to do any movement?
I'll move over here. Continue my movement just to go over here out of McGron's way.
Okay.
And I think I technically can't take my whatchamacallit off of her unless she's dead. Let me double check with the spell.
What does Maureen have to roll for the to be able to? What does Maureen have to roll to? Does she have to roll something to get out of this being stung? Is it Constitution?
Yeah, this wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah, and it's at the end of her turn. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, she does not get out. So yeah, she's still stuck there. It is now going to be Finwin's turn. All right, group, what do you guys think I should do? I have Finwin here. I'm gonna just bring her character sheet over here so everybody can see. And let's see here. We have.
You skipped McGron.
Did I skip McGron? Really?
You did. Yep. I was like, doesn't McGron go before her?
He's down here now for some reason.
Yeah, he was on a 16.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, McGron.
He will. What is it? Crap! I just have his movement. Okay, it's 20. Can you put her in an actual square instead of in between two squares? Thank you.
I didn't even notice that.
While he's moving over here, he's actually gonna grab Maureen's backpack and toss it towards Ella. Because if she doesn't have any spell components or any magical focus, she can't cast spells. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He will. Come on. I think he has this. He has too much stuff on his list.
I know, right? That's why I was like, hey, anybody want to take care of this guy for me?
Because I don't know if he has a shield or not. I assume not. So I guess he'll take out his Warhammer, I guess, and swing his Warhammer at the snake.
I'll smash it with his hammer.
I assume a 12 misses.
A 12 definitely does miss, yes.
Okay. And then as his bonus action, he's going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right, that's something he loves to do. Okay.
So he'll place it probably just right here.
All right. It is now going to be Finwin's turn. Finwin is almost dead. She is.
Hold on.
Oh, you said that more?
It gets to make an attack. Oh, well, it fucking misses completely, but it gets to make an attack on its initial turn. When it pops out, it gets to attack.
This snake, this Yawanti is not impressed at all. You don't impress me much.
That's fair.
And now Finwin, she is trying to see what she can do to pretty much keep herself alive as well. Let's see here. We got Finwin here. So I'm going to see if I have any kind of healing stuff. I don't think I have any healing potions, do I? Rations, potions. Potion of healing, 3. Okay. She's going to take 1 potion of healing. What is that? 2d8, 2d6?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Thank you. 2d4. Alright, so 5, 6, 7. She's going to heal herself for 7 points, and she's going to disengage and try to move up with Ella. Then we're going to move her out of the way. Alright, there we go. Excellent. So she's trying to keep herself alive so she can fight for another day. She runs up and gets up, climbs up next to Ella. And she goes, oh, "That was close."
You don't look so good.
And it is now. Whose turn is it? It is now Oh, Ella's turn.
Ella's turn.
Yep.
Okay. When Ella saw Spoon creepily licking Maureen, she's like, "Oh, I wanted to ask you to do that, but I didn't. I mean, she's so nasty. But great, that's psychological warfare. I like it." And
She's
then
authentically a bitch!
she is.
Wow.
And then I take out my greater healing potion. Okay, I take out my greater healing potion and I take it. So that's +4. Okay, so I heal up to 12, and my normal healing potion, I set it on the ground between me and Fenman, and I say, "Look, if you want to take it, just take it. That is fine with me. I'm feeling better now." And I also shout to Macron, "Hey, you still have my last papaya in your backpack. Maybe you could toss it to me or something. That would be real nice." And wait, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, Ray of Frost. And I cast Ray of Frost at the snake. Oh, so that's only a 13.
13 to
I
hit.
assumed. Yeah.
Where are you, 1T? Alright, there we go. Yeah, it does not hit at all.
Yeah. Oh well. And that's my turn.
Okay, excellent. And so, after your turn, it goes to...
Oh, and when I took the healing potion, I turned my back to Maureen so she didn't see me drinking a healing potion.
Who hurt this thing the most so far?
The cat.
The cat? Oh yeah, the Tabaxi? Yeah, it looks at you and it's gonna cast fear on you.
Save that I need to make?
I'm checking right now. So it's gonna cast fear, your projected phantasmal while frightened by the spell. So you need to do a wisdom saving throw of, I believe, 15. Let's see. Yeah, I believe it's like about 15 wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Whew, you're lucky. Alright, so you are not frightened by this thing. There we go, yeah. To 1 minute, you project a phantasmal image and it tries to like show you like a large snake coming right at you and swallowing you, but you know exactly what it is. And you are not affected by this thing whatsoever. And then it's going to, and when it sees you do that, it's going to do a legendary action. And its legendary action would be to, it's going to try to constrict you. Does that hit you?
It does not.
Alright, so it tries to whip its tail around and tries to grab you and wrap you up, but unfortunately it's not able to restrain you. And so you are free from pain. And at Magron, it's going to make one attack with this scimitar.
That will most definitely miss.
Alright, so it's definitely not having a good day right now.
It just bounces right off of his
It says,
adamantine full plate.
and now that moves on from it. It's going to move forward a little bit, and it says, "You do not understand. This is the grave of Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl." And let's see, I believe Magron would know, Ella would know, and Finwin would know at least. Quetzalcoatl is the feathered serpent. If you release it, the world will end. And that's the end of its turn. Tabaxi, what are you going to do? I don't know I just call you Tabaxi. I used to call you Cat.
Actually, I probably would have used my dodge action for that, for those attacks, because I had patient defense up, but I made it anyway.
You sure did.
So should we go ahead and think that patient defense is still up, or no?
I think that only lasts a round.
One last one around for the next round.
Okay, so that's done. Okay. It's clobbering time, so I'm gonna take out my Dow again and 2 strikes.
That hits? Oh, wait, never mind. That's yours.
I haven't rolled yet.
It hits, though. He said it hits.
That misses?
No,
It's
it didn't.
canon. It's canon.
And that definitely misses.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Dodgy motherfucker. Okay, so that's...
No, you just suck.
That's my turn.
You can make an unarmed strike as your bonus action. You can make 1.
Okay.
Flurry of blows allows you to make 2 in place of the normal 1.
That definitely hits.
Oh.
You were setting him up. You're like, oh.
You're like, whoosh, whoosh, and then you just go, and hit it right in the nose. Ouch.
I booped that snoot. I booped that snoot.
That's
I
11.
gave it a ha and
no.
a ha-ya, and I kicked
And a
it.
woo-wah,
Oh,
and
this-
then I kicked her, sir.
Is this, let's see, is that already doubled or not?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it rolls the damage die a second time.
Okay, there we go. So it's 11 plus 2, so 13. Okay. Okay, and it's... Fool. And are you going to finish your turn now?
So that's it.
Okay, whose turn is it now? Who's this thing? Oh, I think I know. That's you, zombie. A Spoon, I mean. Spoon the Zombie Slayer.
It's like, zombie.
Shit, a zombie too? Yeah, it's you, Spoon. What are you gonna do?
I hate myself then. If I'm a zombie. What if I become?
Spoon is now a Dalek.
I'm gonna shoot it. Oh, sweet. I'm gonna shoot with my little egg whisk with a disintegration beam. I'm gonna shoot with my short bow twice. The snaky snake. Sneaky snake. Crit, because I have advantage. And then 27 on the second.
Alright.
So the first one does 12. And the second one does 7.
Okay, first one does 12 and then 7, so 19.
Mm-hmm.
You got it under 100 now.
Wait, what? What?
I should have. It is what it is. I should have done this before, but I'm actually gonna just drop my first hunter's mark and then cast, because you have to. The person has to die for you to be able to target a new person.
Mm-hmm.
I should have done this before, but I'm gonna hunter's mark the snake, and then
Can you do it in the same turn? Or do you
it's a bonus action to cast it.
do you have to drop it though?
Drop. Well, I would just stop concentrating.
Okay.
Theory of formation.
Alright, so you have a mark on it for the next turn. Alright, is that the end of your turn, Spoon?
I'm gonna move over here, but yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, and so next up would be Maureen. Maureen is going to roll another wisdom saving throw.
Maureen!
Maureen is not having a good day. Maureen is stuck quite good. Alright, okay, Greyhawk Mike, thank you so much. Maureen is stuck there. Maureen cannot say anything. It's now Magron's turn. Magron, what are you going to do?
He is going to try to hit it with his Warhammer again. And miss. Unless I have advantage because of flanking.
No, you do not.
Okay. And then because the spiritual weapon was right there, it'll swing.
Swing, bada, bada, that hits.
15. 12.
12, okay. You slam it down, and you swing at it. It easily blocks you out of the way. It's a large creature. It uses scimitar just to block you out of the way without an effort. But the warhammer, the spiritual weapon, comes up behind it and it clocks it right in the back of the head.
I'm actually going to move around it to here in hopes of preventing it from going towards Fenwin and Bella. And then that'll be its turn, or his turn.
Is throwing a papaya an item interaction or?
What? What?
I asked him to give me the papaya.
Oh,
because
sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying. That would have been his action, because he would have to pull it out of his bag.
He can't just put it on the floor, and I can pick it
Well,
up.
he would
later.
still have to pull it out of his bag, which would take his action.
It is now Finwin's turn. Finwin is going to. I'm sure she has some kind of magic she can use.
Eldritch Blast!
Yeah, I guess she'll just do an Eldritch Blast. We'll just keep it simple. Eldritch Blast this thing. And how many does she get to do?
2.
Oh, hi, Ford. Hey, Jester. Eldritch Blast.
Alright, the first one hits for 10 pieces of force damage. Let's see, when you reach a higher level, 2 beams. Okay. Yes, 10 things of force damage, so it goes and it knocks the it hits. You can see the impact onto the scaled creature, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it too much yet either. This thing is quite strong and quite large. It is now going to be Fenwin is going to. She's going to look at Ella and she goes, "What about the magic items? Could they help us?"
I don't know. I'm a little bit hesitant to just walk over there and pick something. Since we heard so much about releasing that snake.
Can we really?
So
Can we really trust her?
No, I don't trust her at all. But I mean, I don't know. We should maybe just think about it a little bit before we just go over there, right? This is a really dangerous place.
All right, Ella, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So no one is giving me my papaya bag. I'm looking for, because I don't know. I'm sure there's something lying on the ground that I could put in my trebuchet, but I would prefer some kind of centaur droppings.
Yes.
Then
What?
I could
Say what?
centaur droppings, like
Poop.
like horse poop.
Do you carry it with you?
No, I'm looking on the ground. If I don't know, there's some mummified.
No, mummies don't need to poop.
Not even like 1,000 years ago. Okay, then I just look for a stone or something. But I wanna pick up something that looks just a little bit dirty and
my God.
smells bad.
Dirty and smells bad. Well, you do see a pit on the other side that's full of bones.
Oh no, that's too far away. And did Spoon give me Maureen's wand?
It would be whatever. I gave her a backpack, so whatever's in her backpack.
Yeah, but you
I mean, in theory, he could have slid the.
No, but you said What did you do with the wand? Did you?
I took the wand out of her hand and then cut off her backpack.
Yeah, and what did you do then with the wand? You still have it?
I mean, in theory, I probably don't. So I mean, I probably could have slid it into the backpacks.
Okay, I thought maybe you just put it on the ground in front of me or something. Okay, then never mind. Then I just I just grab a loose rock or something.
Okay.
And I cast a catapult, and I put the rock inside, and I shout "Trebuchet," and I aim at the snake.
All right. Let's see if you can hit the snake.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw. So yeah, that's not enough.
All right, so I rolled a 3 or 13. Excuse me. That's not enough.
Nope.
What
I
kind of
have
damage does it
6.
take?
Oh my god. It
Ouch!
would have been so much better with like
Ouch.
mummy droppings, but
Ouch! That stung me.
That might have been mummy droppings because that was crap damage.
and yeah. And then the rest of my turn, I want to think really, really, really hard if in my research I missed anything. If I don't know, if there was any book or anything that I just went, that's not so important, and it said anything about releasing Quetzalcoatl, and if the magic items are maybe connected to that, if you take anything from the shrine or how you, I don't know, how you could release that.
All right. So as you are thinking about that, you have not heard of it. But as you are doing that, it is now the Wanti's turn, and the Wanti, it is going to come to the. It's going to take an attack of opportunity from Star, and it's going to pull out this jade scepter and stab it into the skull in the center of here. All right, nice. 12 slashing, okay. And it doesn't even pay attention to you. It's going to pull out this its scepter, and it's going to say, "You'll never release it from its cage." And it stabs into the thing and turns the key. And suddenly, you all begin to hear the stonework underneath you begins to rumble and shake. And the snake form that's up here begins to form into what appears to be an actual snake. Something that looks like... Where is it? Let's see. Let's get your handouts.
We're trying to release anything, and he just released it.
It is a snake. Where are my handouts? Oh, here we go. Oh, I didn't put it on here yet. Okay, so it's going to release something that looks like a giant plume snake. I had a picture of it earlier, and I don't know what happened to that picture. Where are you, plume snake? I know I saved you. I don't have the picture of my plume snake. So what it does is it releases this giant plume snake, which I don't have copyright for, I suppose. And this thing just begins to form, and you can feel rumbling, and as this giant serpent's head begins to appear, and you see that it's some kind of large serpent. Think Harry Potter, for example, begins to come out, but much larger. It's going to probably fill the room if it needs to, and it goes, "You will all die." And that will be the end of its turn. Actually, no, that will be the end of its turn. So next up would be, okay, Ash. Did I just call you Ash? Star.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm going to move over here and take another 2 attacks.
Are those the 2 attacks right there? 27, 27?
No, the other one was opportunity attack.
Okay, so 9 and what else? Alright, both of them hit. 9 and 11. Oh no, 9 and 10. What is it?
It's 10.
It's 10? Okay, 9 and 10, so 19?
Yeah, just automatically, if you roll a crit with the attack, regardless of which side it's on, it crit damage.
So it's 19. Okay, you slash it, and it goes, ah! You'll die anyways. None of this treasure will ever leave this room.
I'm just gonna scream at him in Oman and just say, I'm really confused. You said you didn't want to release the serpent, then you released the serpent. I'm so confused.
And it goes. And it just smiles and laughs at it in a really weird, creepy way. And so, next up, what do we have up? Let's see. Next up, we have back to our kobold. Spoon, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot him.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Fuck you.
That hits.
26 and a 30. No, that's so close to a crit. So the first one is 7 plus 4, so 11. And then the second one is 6, so 11 and 18, so 29.
Okay, wow. All right, so it you are definitely starting to you're starting to get it, and it goes, my life matters not.
I know, that's why I'm killing you.
Look behind you. And at this time, you are the actual. You start to see. I want everybody to do a dexterity saving throw. Actually, everybody. As rocks begin to fall into the cavern.
No, I rolled poorly.
All right. So what do we got here? Dexterity saving throw. Magran. Don't forget Magran.
Oh, right. My bad. Can we just assume he fails?
All right. So sure, we can do that. I suppose, why not? Okay. So.
Oh no, he super succeeded with the 20.
Super good. All right. So yeah, it looks like Ella and. It looks like just Ella. Ella's closest to the rocks, and suddenly a rock is going to come tumbling down, and it's going to hit her. For 1d6.
She is like small.
It's going to hit for 4 points of damage as it just smashes, and she's you can see that some of the stuff is coming down. The cavern seems to be on the verge of collapsing. Just not in 1,000 years have we dealt with intruders. You will all die. And Maureen is going to roll another wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Maureen's just never going to leave this place.
Hey, she should have rolled a dexterity saving throw too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she
Just be an automatic
fails
failure.
it.
Yeah,
And technically, so should the snake if if I'm being.
that is true. All right, here we go. D6. So she takes 2 points of damage. And our snake friend here. Where did you go? Our snake friend here will roll a dexterity. And he saves as well. Okay, so he's able to save it. He says he's not worried about it. Our poor little Marine is getting battered a little bit. It is now going to be Magran's turn. Magran, you see that the snakehead comes up. You can see now a snakehead that I don't have a picture of, unfortunately. It fills almost the entire, 4 sections here. It is large. It could easily swallow any of you whole, and it begins to come down, and it's going to make one attack with this. It's just going to lash out almost with this. Right at it can see, unfortunately, it can see you, Spoon, and it's going to lash out at Spoon.
Okay.
And it's going to do. It's his tongue.
It
12 points of damage.
just automatically hits.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's right. This is a god, by the way.
Whatever. I'm not impressed.
But
That
yes.
will hit.
Yes, 16 plus like 5. Or no, I believe like 10. So yes, it would it gets you for 12 points of damage as it's bludgeoning damage pretty much. And it just knocks you from behind without you don't even like you're shocked that something would hit you. And excuse me, it's not with his tongue, it's this piercing damage with his teeth. And
Okay.
with that it would be 8d6 poison as well. And 21 points of poison damage.
Sweet.
All right, and then it's going to go and also attack Maureen, which is an automatic hit. Is that right? It misses actually. I guess it tries to go at Maureen. Is it automatic hit or not?
I would think it would be an automatic hit.
It's a disadvantage.
I think it has advantage, and if it's within like
It's a
5,
crit.
and it's a crit. Yeah.
What?
3 and a 4. Sorry. She just looks. It's distracted by the mummy, I guess. I don't know. So this thing tries to attack you, and it's able to do that. And again, it is now your turn, Spoon. I believe. Yes. No.
No, it's McGrawn's turn.
McGrawn's turn. Yes. Go ahead.
No idea.
The situation is definitely going to be starting to look dire now.
Yeah. Plus, it's already 7:30. But
Yeah, I mean, Ella at this point would probably shout while you're all fighting that maybe we should just grab the items and go home.
You do have stones.
what?
Stones?
Yes, the way you get home.
I thought I have the portal box.
Oh, is that what it is? You had the portal,
Yeah.
yes. I was thinking
That was
stones.
like my magic item.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
They were going to
So
be
I'm gonna
stones.
tell the others. I can open it and then we grab whatever we can and then we get out of here. And if there's really a long-term problem, we can still come back, but not in here while it's collapsing.
You do see a book that's at the foot of the statue.
Okay.
A very large tome.
Hill. Spiritual weapon. Oh, cool. Great. Spiritual weapon. You're doing great.
McGrawn is really affected now by these falling rocks. He's not able to hit the Wanti. The Wanti is very fast. It's just even if it hits, it seems to just bounce off its scales. This thing seems to be almost otherworldly. And then it goes to her. Okay, Finwin goes, I'll get the book. And she's going to make a dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. She's going to make it. She's going to try to cross the way and cross in front to get to here. And she takes the bow, which is the bow. She takes it off the pedestal as she's going. She takes the bow off the pedestal, and that's going to be. Oh, and she's also going to do an Eldritch Blast. Excuse me, 2 Eldritch Blasts. Can she do that? No, she can. She did a dash. Excuse me. So yeah, that's the end of her turn. She's going to try to grab all the weapons to take back to the university, and then it would be Ella's turn.
I gonna defeat. Okay. Ella's gonna hop down and she's using her action to dash and run over here closer to the book. And just getting ready to get the things and get the portal set up.
As you go in, are you observing any of the graffiti? Are you observing any of the reliefs?
As best as I can while running.
All right, what you see is you see a figure, figure of Incoxi, he seems to be trying to hold and grab the snake and to put it inside of a cage, and he's surrounded by the sun, and you can see these objects of power. He looks to be in this image wearing all of these items
Huh.
that you see, these objects of power. Um, and oh, just give me here. I had some more written. Oh yes, and so you see also that what looks to be was a curse, and he was stripped of his power. It shows that the items are ripped away from him, and this is not a cage for the snake. It's a cage for the tobacco for Incoxi. And so now, yes,
the cliffs, they look like they. Okay, that's maybe a stupid question, but they use the snake to get the object of power from him.
I didn't say the whole story. Excuse me. The whole story. I think it was on my other piece of paper here. All right. So the whole story. So what you see is now the rest of the story is. It looks like the Olmen were losing this battle against the Tabaxi, and so they went to Zozila. They went to Zozila, whatever the heck that guy's name is. Let's see here. I'm forgetting his name. But they went to Zozila. Zozila. The naughty guy. And he was cursed. In fact, their whole race was cursed. Zotzilaha. He went to Zotzilaha, and it shows that the man is turned into a snake. And as they were turned into a snake, it's because they were cursed or gifted by the power of Quetzalcoatl. So Quetzalcoatl gave them the power of what they had, and that turned the tide of the war. And then they enslaved the Tabaxi and imprisoned their god. The snake is the guardian.
Okay, I especially yelled that to Star because I think he would really like to hear that.
I spent 2 hours writing it up, by the way, Ash. Or Brittany. I don't know why I keep calling you Ash. Like, gotta catch 'em all. I don't know. Anyways, it is now going to be... Okay, it's the snake's turn again. The snake is going to... He is going to cast... Oh, he's not going to cast anything. He's just going to start attacking you guys like crazy. He's going to go after Magron, who keeps trying to hit him. He's really annoyed with Magron. So he is just going to... He's going to bite. That hits.
Oh, that'll actually hit.
And use the scimitar twice, which does not hit.
Nope.
All right, so this bite is going to do, let's see, 1d6 plus 4. So 10 points of damage plus 7 points of damage, of poison damage. So
Okay.
it looks like 17 points of damage as he tries to slash him and just and gets a big bite into Magron's shoulder.
Okay.
And that would be the end of his turn. So let's go ahead. Next one. Next one is going to be... All right, Tabaxi.
Okay. On receiving that information, I'm just going to say, this changes nothing. We grab the items, we get out of here. Going to... over here, which... Hold on a second. Let me see how much room I have. I can get here, I think.
You can use your feline agility to double your movement for the round.
Wait, I can. Okay, so I'll get all the way up here, and if I take an attack of opportunity, then so be it.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah, that hits.
Does it double on this poison damage or just the bite damage?
I assume all of it.
All right, so that's 8, 9, 8 plus 8, 16 points of piercing damage. And 20 points of poison damage.
I am down.
Yeah.
So you run and you're going for the magic items, and I'm going to say more boulders are going to start falling, so I'm going to have everybody roll a dex save as our tabaxi falls onto the warning sign that's right there. And everybody roll a
That's
dex.
as far as I got.
That's as far as you would get because it's right there. It would have snuck out at you and. And I need everybody roll a dex save. It should need to roll a 10 or higher.
Both of us made it for McGraw and
Well, I'm guessing I automatically fail.
Yes, you would. So you're going to take a 1d6. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, so just one death save as a rock just crumbles down on top of you. Poor.
Just fail.
It did fail, yeah. So it's just going to count as a fail because you're already at 0. And
Okay.
do I need to roll for anybody else? Maureen. But she can't dodge, can she? So that means she's just going to take. I'm going to guess she takes 6 points of damage as well. Okay. So Maureen is. All of you are going there. It is now Spoon's turn. Spoon, you see that your friend. I forgot your name suddenly. Cat's. You see that Cat is suddenly a star is suddenly down. She has fallen as she runs towards the magic items, runs towards the idol, and she falls in front of the Yuan-Ti.
well, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that I can do.
There is actually still the healing potion standing here that I left for Fenwin, but Fenwin never picked it up.
Way to go, Fenwin. He's actually just gonna shoot the auntie twice.
Okay.
27 and 27
They both hit.
for 11 and 17. So 28.
You have taken down the Yuan-Ti. How would you like to do that?
Well, the first one's probably in the eyes. I just shoot him in each of his eyes.
All right. The Yuan-Ti goes and it as it takes down the tabaxi. You will die as a slave, and then one goes through the eye, and then the other one goes through. It kicks his tongue, and pretty much it takes. I'm gonna say you hit it through the tongue, and the tongue pierces its own eye. That's pretty cool.
You first, stupid snake.
And then it collapses. It falls down dead. Now there are copper trinkets all over the place, but there's also a giant snake that is going to lash out now at Ella and at. It's going to go after our friend Finwin here. Did it go? Not. But you can see that now. Oh wow. Okay, it tried to attack twice, and somehow Finwin is able to dodge both times as it tries to attack, and the cave begins to is going to be beginning to fall. You're going to have 1 minute, I would say. You can see that within 1 minute, this cave is probably going to collapse on top of all of you. As the snake comes out to its full form, it's beginning to push you up against the sides of the wall. So you guys are losing your space to move. It's wrapping around different parts of the wall. It's constricting itself and expanding itself to make the walls collapse, the ceiling collapse. What would you like to do?
So we are out of initiative for now?
Where are you going to look at the book?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we're out of initiative now. What would you all like to do? We have 2 minutes.
You have 8 hit points.
Okay.
Star.
Ooh, okay.
Star, you were almost dead. You were healed 8 hit points.
I think we should give the cat statue all of the items in this room.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should just grab
I
the
think-
items and run.
I think that's the representation of the cat god, and I think we give it to that thing, and then it kills.
Let me look at the book for a second.
Well, either way, I'm gonna start grabbing stuff and moving.
I think you can move these items. Can you or can you not?
No.
No? All right, I'm gonna actually give you. I'm gonna open this up for you because you guys should be able to see handouts. I made handouts of these. Each one of these. So many. Why is there so many? I don't need this. Don't need this. Okay, here we go. All right. You should be able to see all these now.
The only one that I can see is the bow.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. They're separate.
Okay.
Yo. What did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. I closed it. Okay. And one more. There we go. Okay. And so this is what you see. You see all these. You should be able to see them now. You can't see what their powers are yet. But yes, these are all definitely magical items. What are you going to do with them?
Can we actually grab them or no?
Yeah, you just made it so that we can show them. We can't manipulate them.
Can't grab them from where they're like levitating.
You can, but I don't know how to do that right now.
Okay.
So what would you like?
Well,
Just tell me what you want to do with them, and then
Yeah.
we'll handle it that way.
I'm just grabbing stuff and anything I can get my hands on and moving over here.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna grab the thing that's in front of me. And
All right. So you're putting this on the guy, and then
oh, I'm
Okay,
not.
I would give the book actually to Fenwin because I don't have time for another comprehend language ritual, and whole person took my concentration.
Okay.
But I would like to make an I don't know, history check at the statue if it's still. I want to see if it's or rather investigation to see if it still has some I don't know, magical essence left, or is it? I just want to investigate the statue.
Are you using to see magic or anything like that?
That would.
This
that
thing
would be a
feels.
ritual.
This thing feels. It feels magical.
Okay.
Finway says, I think we have. If we're gonna get out of here, we need to do it now. You should cast this. You should cast it so we can get home.
Okay.
And Finway starts to read, and as she's reading, she sees the pictures, and it shows that with the armor and the weapons, it is the god was able to fight the Quetzalcoatl that is continually growing. You're within, I think, 30 seconds now of being smashed up against the walls as it's growing and growing larger and larger. It is the world serpent of Norse mythology as well. So yeah, it keeps coming and it just keeps coming and coming. So it seems that this might have been a cage for both of them. It looks like both of them, one of them captured the other one, then the other one's captured the other one. That's how it's been all along. And you guys have opened the gates because that gate has never been opened before. So what would y'all like to do? How many pieces of items have you put onto this monument or idol? spoon?
Yeah.
Whatever ones that I had access to. So probably
And-
the whip and the staff.
Magran would do the same?
Sure.
Okay. So what ends up happening? You give the stuff to him. There's only one item left, which is being held by Star of Solstice. Star of Solstice, you had the last remaining item. It is the sword. Are you going to give it to him, or are you going to go through the portal? The portal is now opening. You are within 10 seconds of being smashed.
Give it to him.
As you give it to him,
Good idea.
you see a blinding flash of light. All of you seem to be blinded. And this is what you see.
Right.
Suddenly, instead of a head of that, you see the head of a jaguar, plumed jaguar, as it seems to just expand, and this statue goes upward, crashes through the top of the temple, and you guys are all trying to dodge. I'm guessing you're going to run into the portal. Yeah, as you're running to the portal, you look up, you see this image. This last image is called the last view of Inkaxi, as he comes in and the snake's wrapping its arm around him and it's choking the snake, and they both begin to fight, and then it uses its fangs, its head, and it rips the head off the snake, and then roars I guess it's the rise of the Tabaxi, pretty much. It is now back in power, and it sits back on the throne as you exit, and the jungle. All the snakes are scattering, and suddenly you find yourself, and as you see all these Yuan-ti that are converging onto the temple, like tons of them, tons of abominations are coming in, and then suddenly it bursts out, and it's swooping down and attacking all the Oman that were there. And it seems that the Tabaxi will now have a god to worship once again. And then suddenly you're back into the middle of the room of the study, back at the university.
Did Maureen make it through the portal? I would
Oh
have.
no!
I would have lost concentration at one point because it doesn't. It's just this 1 minute, and I
Yeah, that's true.
I'm guessing Maureen is gone. Maureen got smashed.
I was like, that's up to him.
Yeah, Maureen, the thing started expanding. Since Maureen was just stuck there, it literally smashed her. And she couldn't say anything because she was frozen, or she was held.
Once we get through the portal and we are in the room, I turn to Spoon and go like, I feel like I forgot something.
You still have the book?
We got the
You
book,
have,
though.
do have the book.
We got the
so
book.
I guess it's fine.
Nothing important.
I hate when I feel like I forgot something, but it's probably nothing. Oh wow.
I got a wand, though.
Well, I wouldn't
I
mind
got a lot of
wand.
conflicting emotions.
I brought back your god! Yay!
Yeah, the Tabaxi one.
You did. You brought back the god of the Tabaxi. Called
You're welcome!
the Ancient God.
I'm not entirely sure that was a good idea either. I don't know.
Well, that's better than the giant snake killing us. But you know
I
what?
definitely know what I'm gonna write my thesis on now.
You win some, you lose. Oh, man! It was an authentic god, though. I probably licked it, let's be real.
You would have had plenty of chances that it was smashing up against you.
Well,
That's an authentic god!
if you don't mind, perhaps the Cobalt Soul could have a copy of that book.
The time I licked a god by Spoon the Zombie.
Sure.
All right.
I'm all for sharing it.
I think we gotta wrap this up. Right?
We do
As
have to
soon
wrap
as you
it up.
get it copied.
Yep, we're wrapping up now. This is the end story.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any getting out of that without this happening? Just curious.
Yes, if you would have, because it released a snake, it wasn't actually, that might have not happened. You could have taken some of those items with you, and you would have had powerful magic godlike items. Or you could have released a god, and you released a god that was actually a benevolent god, a god of just things, believed in nature, but was taken by Quetzalcoatl, who wanted to own everything. He was a god of wind and war, and knowledge and intelligence, and it found a way to trap the god. Unfortunately, the god sacrificed himself, more or less, to become that little statue form to capture the Quetzalcoatl and keep it into the cage.
That's
The
really
Yuan Ti
cool.
have been trying to release it for centuries, but it was only you that were able to find this temple and to carve the way there, so they followed you.
So, point of order, it was that Yuan Ti that released it. We were fighting him like the Dickens, trying to get him not to do that, and he did it anyway. So it wasn't like we did it intentionally.
No, he was hoping you would release it. There was two ways to release it. If you would have started removing the items from the pedestals, it would have started opening the gate. Because for the snake, yes, because they were held. They were in a circle around the prison to keep it down. They're all items of power. Once they're all together, it's like you become a god.
And no, well, the chance is gone now. And Maureen was just manipulated by them, or
She was manipulated by them. She was trying to. She thought she knew better.
Yeah, she always did.
So
You never know. She might turn up again.
as what, like vampire mist?
Dun, dun, dun.
You know, we don't know that she did. I mean,
Well, I believe there's like almost a game coming up in about 5
Yeah.
minutes or 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We gotta wrap up.
So, I would like to say I hope you all enjoyed the end story that I have been planning for since the beginning of the season. This is something that I have been planning for quite some time to be able to tell, and hopefully several seasons actually, or several sessions. But this is how it ended. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everybody who's been watching. I'm gonna go ahead and I would like to make a quick shout out. All these graphics for the magic items are from the Griffin saddlebag on Instagram. So check them out. You can get cards of those. They make amazing magic items every single day. So I'd just like to give them a shout out since I was using some of their art today. And yes, how about we start with Brittany? Brittany, why don't you go ahead and share us where we can find you?
you can find me on Twitter at IrishDream86, and my cosplay Instagram is Cosplay Media Britannica. There's some Critical Role cosplays on there. You should go check them out.
Awesome. Calvin.
I didn't wear it today because my head was wonky, but I'm Calvi Calf. I'm Calvi Calf's Gaming on a lot of places, on Twitter, on YouTube. I have a Facebook page for Calvi Calf's Gaming. Calvi Calv here on Twitch. I will find the post and he can post it at some later point. But if you find me on Twitter, I could tell you the guy who made the mask. But I love the mask and it's really great. Yeah.
Awesome. And Becca.
All right. Yes, I'm Rebecca. You can find me on Twitter, Reality, or Twitch with Verity as well. I'm planning on stream some horror games in the future, so maybe you want to watch that.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. My name is Winged Horizon, or Josh, and you can find me anywhere on the interwebs with that name, Winged Horizon. And I hope to see you guys again soon. This is going to be the close of the Shrine of Tamoachan, and I hope you enjoyed the story. See you all next time.
Thank you for the ending.
And stay for the next show. The next show is coming in just a minute.
Bye.
And we all make level 6.
Yes, of course. I think so, yes.